a great run so far at EWC as we take a look at some of his highlights here, Kukuka.
Yeah, I think that what you were saying, baby, about Kaya being like, yo, Chronicle is unreal. Maybe he was too young to think about the Gambit days, because back in the day when Chronicle was on that team, everybody knew that if Gambit was ever to dissolve, and everybody was very sad when it happened, the Chronicle was going to be one of the hottest prospects going into the offseason. What team was going to pick it? And Fnatic, of course, had their eye on him. This might sound as news for somebody, but for the people that know Chronicle, that has followed him through the years, know the potential that he can achieve, and especially now that he's getting closer and closer to that trophy again.
Yeah, and I mean, it can go either way, right? When it comes to go talk about, you know, Fnatic players. But like you were saying, Chronicle, especially in this tournament, the form that he's in, has gotten Fnatic out of these very sticky situations.
And closer to that trophy again.
Yeah, and I mean, it can go either way, right? When it comes to go talk about, you know, Fnatic players. But like you were saying, Chronicle, especially in this tournament, the form that he's in, has gotten Fnatic out of these very sticky situations when they're down numbers, when you think that, okay, there's no way they're going to be able to retake this. He comes out of nowhere like Superman, takes out 2 players, all of a sudden it's winnable, and then he finishes it. He closes it out, kills every single member, defuses the bomb. It's like, what is going on with this guy? What is he eating? I need to know. Literally, I need to know. Soon. Soon.
You know, I think one thing that's so great about Chronicle is he's brilliant in every phase of the game, right? You have some players who are great at kind of finding entries, some great players who are great at clutches, but I feel like Chronicle is able to do absolutely everything to the highest standard, and you know, there's a reason why he's won as many trophies as he has.
And there's so many players that we could highlight, but our head-to-head here is going to be Divai against Alfir, who just, again, we could pick anywhere. This is where we landed big time. Why was this the one that you wanted to show?
I wanted to talk about this because when we look back to the Masters Toronto final, for me, these were the players that stood out on either side, and of course, both on that Sentinel role. They talked about, you know, how the Sentinel, maybe, you know, you need to be a little bit slower, a little bit more passive. No, both of these throw that archetype out the window. They're not afraid to find those kills. They're not afraid to be aggressive, but both fantastic players. And for me, this is really the key matchup to watch today.
It was definitely during that final, but today something is going to be different. Seth alluded to it. PRX got that double ban because they came from the upper bracket to the final in Toronto. That is something that they're not going to have today. If they repeat what they've been doing, you know, just banning the Haven, I really want to see that Ascent that Fnatic has been mastering, playing a very different composition, and Alfir playing on that chamber.
I exactly wanted to talk about Alfir. He thought that he should have deserved the MVP of Toronto, and now he has a chance to shut everybody up at home here at EWC and prove himself once again. I think we might see a demonic form out of this man.
Itu yang Alfir bilang deserve buat MVP itu pertanyaan dari gue pas interview kemarin.
I know, but okay, all right, and
I mean it's a similar story. 2-0 PRX.
All right, I went the wrong way. I PRX. The other way. PRX and Fnatic, a tale as old as time, but it continually gets better and better, aging like fine wine. We're going again for the semifinals. Who will get the finals? Let's find out right now.
PRX Fnatic, guys. Woo!
The challenge is always gonna be there. I don't know what's gonna happen. I will definitely say it's gonna be a fun match to watch. It will be nice to win them. We're not really worried about how they're gonna play and stuff. We're just gonna play our game.
So yeah, we haven't dropped him up yet in this tournament. I wouldn't say it's been too easy for us, but I think we're starting to find our footing and our confidence a little bit. So it'll be nice to see what we can do going forward in the playoffs. I think the chance for revenge will definitely be sweet for us if we're able to get it. I know it's something everyone on the team is looking forward to.
Karena kemarin pas Alfir gue interview, dia nggak mau revenge gitu kan, lawan PRX karena nggak perlu revenge gitu, nggak tahu kalah 3-1 di grand final. Ntar gue sambil dengerin suara ini, terus apa enggak ya? Oh, oke kok ternyata suaranya cukup. Ya, Esports World Cup, VALORANT. Siapa yang bakal jadi juara pertama kali ya? Ini dia, let's go. Follow. Panggungnya mewah banget sih.
Just over 4 weeks ago, two teams clashed at the Masters final in Toronto. It was watched by millions and one for the history books. Right now, 6,500 miles away on the other side of the world, we are running it back.
It's Pacific versus EMEA. This time, it's in Riyadh. Welcome to the Esports World Cup, where nothing is granted and everything is earned. And in this great rematch, a spot in our grand finals hangs in the balance.
Of course, they have their eyes on this trophy. They are well aware of the $1.25 million prize pool. But ultimately, this is redemption versus validation.
Ian,
Redemption versus validation. Gue suka kata-katanya, coy.
Are unshaken,
Tangan Glacier, kenapa tangan
and
Glacier?
far from finished. It's PRX.
PRX. Woo! The Pacific Proud ya. Or Proud. Gila. Davai megang key-nya, coy. Davai something. Jing. Batman.
Europe's finest
per second.
storm onto the stage with one mission: payback and a return to a grand final. It's Fnatic!
Wih, jujur panggungnya sih bagus banget, mewah banget, coy. Ya. Ada Alfire, kemudian ada poster, terus ada Chronicle, Kayak, sama Crashes.
No one could have predicted a rematch of
Let's
this
go.
magnitude, with this stakes, this high, this soon. Let's begin.
Ya, coachnya Milan. Kok ada panda? Bentar, kok panda?
A match so nice we had to have it twice. Here we go. It's a rematch day across the board with our four remaining teams. Masters Toronto, fresh off the back of it, PRX looking for another trophy. Fnatic looking for revenge. And then in the second semifinal today, a throwback to last year's Masters Shanghai final with Genji versus Heretics. But for now, we'll focus in on this series. Single elimination on the line, because it's going to be Sunset to start things off.
Wah, Ascent dipilih, coy.
On social media about
Sunset,
taking each other's
Fnatic
methods
defend,
away from them.
PRX defend, Ascent.
Boaster was saying that they're coming for the PRX on Sunset. Forsaken replied, hey, we're coming for you on Ascent, and that is what we are going to get.
Ascent.
The third map was what I was curious about. Was it going to be Icebox, Lotus, or Split? It's actually going to be Split for the third map.
Haven di ban sama PRX, Pearl di ban sama Fnatic, Lotus Fnatic ban,
for both of these teams, you've
Icebox
got two
ban,
of the best to ever do it in VALORANT history. So much at stake here, because for PRX, they want to create a new era. They want to assert themselves as the best team in VALORANT. And you have on the other side Fnatic. They want to reclaim their title as the best.
PRX looking to continue carrying on the banner.
Let's go.
Passed to them at Masters Toronto. Representing all of Asia for the last several tournaments. They've been able to collect each and every trophy. Fnatic getting close, but not close enough over at Masters Toronto. Couldn't see that map 5. I think today it's almost assured that we see map 3.
I mean, PRX hasn't dropped a map yet, so in this event, nor is Fnatic. So it's, I don't know. I'm with you. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a map 3 pretty much no matter what. I think there's nothing going to be left on the table here. Both of these teams are going to give it their all. They want this so bad for very different reasons. And it's just going to come down to who's going to be bringing it. Both have looked really solid throughout the event. Shouldn't be any surprises here. You've got that double duelist that we saw from Fnatic against KC the other day with the Neon. Alfie are going to be piloting that.
Viper,
on the Yoru.
Sky.
And then for PRX, of course, it's their stock standard with that Sage variation.
Omen, Forsaken.
Teams obviously playing it just yesterday. I got to cast that first map, that Sunset with Fnatic. And let me tell you, Alfie was looking terrifying when it came down piloting that Neon. The operator, when it was in his hand on the defending side, was disgusting to witness. And of course, everybody else steady as she goes. Fnatic found themselves in a bit of a rocky position. Were able to rebound and take that map at the end of it all in pretty convincing fashion. 14-12 had to go to OT. They still managed to clinch it out. PRX is going to be a little bit of a different beast, though, compared to Carmine Corp when it comes down to this map. Very different compositions. Fnatic have already gotten a taster of that. They played this in Toronto, and it was that big play, that final round call before OT, where Jing goes for the Sage Wall boost on B that completely caught Fnatic off guard. That is certainly not going to happen here today.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we've already seen PRX go for it again, and it was read by their opponents. So, you know, that's one of those once-in-a-lifetime tricks. It will go down as one of the greatest all-time plays in VALORANT history. But, you know, for PRX, that's something that if you're going to pull it out again, it has to be at an unusual moment. It has to be in kind of one of those unexpected scenarios where you're going to not be able to get the read on it as from their side. You know, part of the game here for PRX is going to be coming out with a strong start, not letting that economy get established, not letting that operator, like you were talking about, get into Alfier's hands, because that is when things could get real scary. He could shut maps down. You know, it could be on the Neon here. We're going to probably see the Chamber onto Ascent. He is fearsome with the sniper rifles.
No, absolutely is. Well, it looks like we are ready to get this kicked off. And I mean, it feels like we're already in the grand final.
I know.
But only one team can move forward. The other will be going home. Instead, we go ahead, get right into the pistol round. Going to be PRX first on the attack. Little bit of spam. They're going to be found there.
PRX
The doors can be broken.
Untuk Sunset.
Just giving themselves some options on PRX for how they want to approach this round. It is going to be Kayak. The sole player directly onto A. You're not too far away as Chronicle on the Cypher. And he's got a lot of util there. Kind of back up his teammates.
Bit of an odd setup as well. Does have the clone ready to go from
somethingnya pakai Sofa. Batman Viper.
Potentially out of a smoke. We'll just be sending that, but for now it's going to be Nate out of position. Forsaken able to find a first blood here. Chronicle nearby, but wall now being raised. Presence has to be noticed. He tries to break down these segments, but in the meantime, the plan comes through.
Just wants to move that plant so it's opened up on the other side of the wall a little bit, or the elbow positioning. If it comes down to that, shock dart there, not going to connect.
Just trying to whittle away this where possible. Worried about a potential peak. This paranoia now coming through. Forsaken trying to scale forward.
Nice Forsaken. Aduh, diambil tuh sama Precious. Nice, well play, well play.
And just another example of what makes this composition so difficult to play against. You know, for any opponent that PRX is going to be squaring off against is that Sage Wall. It immediately blocks off part of the map, and you can cover to the other side. Yesterday, we saw them do it with opening up the back of site. This time they open up link. So they are going to just create these massive crossfires where they can just gun you down as you attempt to go for your retake.
Rosesa pernah main Valo nggak? Pernah dulu pas awal-awal 2021.
It's going to be a shotgun there for Alfier. Kayak with a Sheriff. Couple rifles.
Tapi gue cuma bisa main Sofa doang. Gue mentok di Gold. Gold 1. Gold. Ya, Gold. Pokoknya Gold 3, Gold 1 gue lupa. Sekitar segitu lah mentok gue. Welcome Kaira ya. Dan nomornya benar-benar santai nih.
Now backing away.
Chronicle.
Silent movements now starting to make a little bit of noises. Oh, Forsaken. He's absolutely spotted out Boaster. He thinks he might just have to jump here, but do they read how many other additional players are here on the site? That's going to be the question.
Ya ampun.
Kayak strikes.
One tap dong.
Kayak eventually falling. Boaster now swinging out. He's going to be able to find another kill. That's surprising to say the least. The Bucky now still in play.
Nice. Nice bait. Forsaken. Waduh.
Killing something dropped. Chronicle finding one, and it's already looking like a potential catastrophe. Here's the swing.
Nice, well play. Clutch. Nice clutch.
Gets them over the line, but that was a nail biter.
Langsung dapat ulti. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a really nice round there for Fnatic, and even though Forsaken gets the read, the assumption here for PRX is that Boaster had left that tucked position and used that smoke to move further back towards main. And instead, he had just hung around. Kayak hits an absolute nasty shot onto Divide off the rip. Jing able to find the wall bang. Good paranoia there for Forsaken to keep Alpha pinned behind the gen.
Nice clutch.
And he's going to get the round win. So a little bit of a buy up here for PRX. Outlaw in hand.
In the hands of something, not Divide, who has been bringing the snipers to bear quite a bit recently. 3 players at risk with half armor. As for now, it's going to be the orb funneled over to the
dari
towards the showstopper.
Si ini yang megang spike, si siapa Davai-nya.
Online already here for Forsaken, but not necessarily going to be the most impactful ultimate.
Apakah PRX Fnatic lagi? Iya. PRX tapi ya costly banget sih itu tadi. Stun 2 ya. Mas banget Alpha. Chronicle. Oh ini round bonus ya.
Right there into Chronicle's trap. Finds a kill, clear of the trip in the meantime. Patman trying to open things towards this A side, which has been evacuated by Fnatic.
Poster though, going to move himself into a position where if PRX makes noise, he's going to be able to hear it. He's going to be able to hear that rotate and call.
Ascent berat sih, Sunset harus menang, betul. Karena Ascent map andalannya si Fnatic kan. Ascent tuh map andalannya Fnatic setahu gue.
Just around the corner, something playing this slowly. Looks like he will take the
kemarin pas gua interview Alpha, tadi gue sempet bilang ya, kayak gue sempet interview Alpha pas sebelum ketemu PRX bilang gue nggak mau revenge lawan PRX karena apa yang perlu di revenge, terus kayak akhirnya kalah di grand final gitu. Nah sekarang baru mau coba revenge. Patman sama Davai 2 lawan 2. Aduh, meleng coy. Round bonus sih, jadi ya udah lah kalau mati juga. Oh no, Patman. Oh nice.
Chronicle on the opposite side. The most
nice clutch, another clutch, back-to-back clutch. Let's go, Davai. Well play, Davai. Gila, sabar banget Davai.
They lose too early. They're in a 3v5, but something
able
to read the mid lurk and shut it down, and even is patient enough to wait for the reaggress. Even though he gets caught trying to make the wrap all the way through spawn. He's still able to find a ton of impact.
Sabar banget sih.
And a pair of steady hands as always here for Davai, for PRX. And they get the bonus conversion. So it's going to be
ini bisa 5-0 sih.
Guardian, a couple sheriffs for Fnatic.
Uncle Prime ya, Uncle Prime.
Able to get a little bit of a bankroll.
Oh,
it's a good one. Jing in response.
Instant trade, but Forsaken down does have problems of its own here for PRX.
Well, now you got to think, you know, maybe PRX has to lean A side because of that toxic screen, because
Prime
they
David
lost one of their other smokes. Going in towards B could be pretty challenging. Now it is PRX, so sometimes they just like to kind of do what you don't think they're going to try to see if they can catch you off guard. But if they end up going B main, you've got Chronicle.
Gila, Batman kalau masuk grand final, dua turnamen 2 grand final coy.
Tricky position.
Semenjak gabung PRX.
Is PRX going to read it? Is there going to be any spam of that box?
Kameranya hancur. Anjir, wallbang tawan sih. Obvious banget itu posisinya.
No real chance for recourse.
Hap. Nice Davai. Ada drone. Flashes. Ya, nggak kena cuy.
Revealing area. Economy from PRX not fully built up yet, given the closest of the previous 2 rounds. Anything that he can find will have impact to the economy.
4 sih.
For sure.
Kalau bisa kuat sih jago ya, anjir.
But being very patient are PRX. Disciplined.
Off on this angle. Now they're pulled back far enough that
aduh,
they'll find much of anything there.
Buset. Tipis banget cuy.
Batman dead, Davai still liking his odds. Here on this angle, scratches Poster gets timing. Thinking that there's going to be a full evacuation away from the spike.
Davai.
Market through Boba.
Uncle Davai. Well play.
This is a great start. This is just a great read from PRX. Throwing that slow orb out. Davai able to collect on Kaya.
Davai.
Poster there. Caught in transition. 3 kills for Davai. Having huge
jangan lupa di like dulu guys.
Some notes
siapa lagi nonton nih by the way?
Timeout as well.
Having to be called from here.
Wajar nanti timeout jam round segini ya kalah 4-0 sih.
Didn't stop them from being able to rally and take that to 0 get the win, but once again, PRX, a very different beast compared to Carmine Corp when it comes down to this Sunset map. This has been comfortable territory since the map was introduced.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one of those teams that you always think about when you think of Sunset, PRX, Sentinels, Heretics, all very, very strong on this map. But, you know, PRX was able to best the Sentinels earlier in this event, and now they're looking to best another team and get themselves that much closer. But, I mean, overall, a lot of this is PRX just kind of winning some of their battles out in the open. I haven't seen a ton of util that's kind of slowing them down. Now we do get that operator going for Fnatic. They're going to have that powerful weapon in the hands of Alpha. And they're going to be trying to set him up over at B. It looks like Kayak there with him. Spike into Vi's hands. He's looking to angle in that same direction.
Any kill, and he'll have an overdrive as backup, but yeah, not really going to challenge forward into B main. Dart going to go out, something maybe going to jiggle on the corner.
One dong.
Sends out the drone, but Forsaken immediately going to be taken down. The neural theft coming in from Chronicle tells all. Are they going to read the box position this time? Absolutely not. Something can't even get the weapon out fast enough. Jake does manage to find the enemy Yoru. Know that the operator is going to be contained back into B main, but the wall investment now he's now to break the door, trying to pivot out. Crashies is lurking, waiting, and killing. Finds two quick kills, posters there.
Well play.
The timeout call works a treat. Fnatic themselves
disiplin triggernya bagus. Fnatic habis timeout.
Being played here by Fnatic, using that op to take control of B main,
well
forcing the wrap in towards market for PRX, and then you're claiming space in mid on the back end of it. It would take an absolutely ridiculous outplay for PRX to get through all this. You had Boaster sliding in as well. He's going to be the one to get the final kill. Just brilliant coordination there. PRX going to have to start thinking about how they're going to deal with this op. Forsaken didn't have enough money for a rifle. This is going to be that stinger. So there's economic problems even with 4 in a row, starting to rear their ugly head already. And they're leaning a bit towards A, but Alpha's got that op.
All right.
You've got to figure out where that is first. Can't be drive peeking angles anymore. So you never know when you're just going to walk into Alfiair's crosshairs.
Bet and switch-nya bagus, ya.
Drone out, checking for info.
Soalnya mereka reset kan tadi, habis timeout tadi. Terus kayak dari pemain apa? Pemainnya PRX, 2 pemain meleng gitu.
Shock dart clears. PRX though, taking a moment to think about it, maybe letting Patman do a little bit more exploring. Figure out what else is going on around the map.
Showstopper out. Ping reveal onto one.
Oh, nice Jing.
Back, finds the kill on a Chronicle. Jing now removing the dart. The swinging crashes instantly there with the headshot. Hunter's Fury not going to be finding too much value, not any damage. Spam on the Stinger, Forsaken out into the open, ends up falling to the wayside. Crashy similarly able to find a Vi. Spike is planted, walls there, but it's just something needing Patman to really break through.
Nice, Patman.
Something already dropped.
Wah, 1v4 sih.
White sent Kayak just eating the damage and slide forward. The shorty drawn out. More damage there onto the enemy Yoru in behind. Patman swooping, trying to find this kill. Playing a ring around the road. And Alfiair will be able to get it done. Duelist duo.
First the views.
Fnatic find a second round win.
Yeah, great stuff here from Fnatic again. Able to get PRX to commit to their strong side.
Ente.
They make pretty good work of that execute here. I mean, yes, you got the showstopper. Yeah, you find Crashies. The Hunter's Fury doing too much for you. Crashies again, stepping up big. Finding those impact kills over in market.
HP-nya Kayak tadi sisa 2 coy.
And just ready there.
Fire bilang Fire sih.
Knows that Patman has to be swinging back towards the spike. He gives the call over to Kayak. I've got this on lockdown. You just stick it. And he is good for it. Stingers, 1 rifle though, gonna be in Patman's hands. It's a little bit of an odd economic situation that PRX finds themselves in. They do have a res, they do have a pet.
Buat PRX.
Top spotted. Late wall set up here from Patman. Swings out before he even blooms that. The shot did not connect. Cam out, Chronicle once again playing back sight. Alfiair now rotating around. It's in a position to try to utilize this. Trying to push forward here, trying to play alongside Jing, but Very quickly going to be dealt with as Alpha
Nice.
finds the kill on the opposite side. Rifle put to use for one. The cleanup is looking good.
Wah,
Stinger will
dapat
be able to
satu
find
cuy.
a little bit more
Dapat
value.
meng-crazy
One more
sempet-sempetnya.
kill coming across, but Fnatic are starting to run this map back.
Yep, this is 3 in a row now for Fnatic.
Lumayan.
PRX
Udah mulai ngejar
might need
lagi.
to be thinking about a timeout themselves.
Saya harus
Trying to
time out
right
sih
the ship
si
here,
PRX.
as they've got a great read. Just instant rotations there from Alpha. Gets kind of an idea that they're going to be leaning towards B again. Couple kills come through. That's it. And they just work this back pillar knowing, that PRX is going to have to be on a weaker buy. They're going to have to be the ones to try to push further forward to clear some space potentially. They just hold the line. They just play patient. And yeah, indeed, it is going to be PRX taking their first time out of the map. What looked like it might just be a runaway affair here on Sunset. It's now quickly nearly even. Got to figure out a way to deal with some of that Cypher util. Those cams are making life difficult for Jing on the entries. He's getting spotted initially and just giving the read over to Fnatic. They can just cut him down. And that kind of makes it a lot more difficult for PRX to establish themselves for these executes.
Call might be, honestly, just slow the pace a little bit. Default around the map, trying to clear out that utility. Still some doubt into Fnatic. Get the cam early. So for now, barriers will get ready to drop as we resume into this one. One away from tying things up. Crashies with the Hunter's Fury online. 3 ultimates here for the side of PRX. Vice been holding on to this res as well as Forsaken with it from the shadows, but just haven't gotten to any kind of position where the application of results is really going to be viable.
And you can see now, making sure, probably got the call during that timeout. Check that box every single round. There's no tripwire there around the corner this time. It's further back on B, as well as the cam.
Scraping forward. Having on the opposite side with the Guardian, finds the headshot.
Nice
Slow
skill.
peeking in.
Ooh.
It's at 10 times out of 10. Forsaken similarly.
Kalian mau gocek ternyata tidak bisa, kamu tidak bisa gocek aku gitu ya.
Maintain and stretch this lead back up by 2. Drone over the top. Poster having to stay tucked. Paranoia flying, but drone not being spotted. Now does see the omen. Forsaken swoops around the back.
Triple.
Collects a third. Crashies to see what damage he can deal. Finds one divide on the floor.
1v4 sih.
Try to not face into him.
Nice.
Forsaken's going to be there to go ahead and bail out something. We'll have to rebuy the armor, but 4K for the omen.
4K.
5th round for PRX.
Yeah, this is a nice change up here after the timeout. Some patience being shown, waiting for Alpha to get a little bit antsy. Shut him down with that Guardian. Great crosshair placement as well for Patmed. Right on the money there. Didn't have to move a muscle. And that kill in mid early on the Kayak opens things up for Forsaken to make that lurk, to make that impact play, come through with those 4 kills. So now still going to be able to get another op here for Alpha. Could be the last for a bit. We'll have to wait and see, but PRX trying to create a diversion on the other side of the map, trying to pull some attention. Boombot actually not going to confirm.
Just a hair off.
Okay.
Seems like PRX still reading it relatively well, though. Applying some pressure. They don't get any confirmation on the operator. Alpha are immediately going to start pivoting, rotating towards mid. Smoke going up. TP towards CT. Crashes. Okay. Gets enough info to cancel that one. Otherwise, it was about to be a very bad time for Forsaken as drone gets a spot out here on the Chronicle. Showstopper.
Showstopper nggak pernah coy. Gue Patman dapat nge-crashes.
Damage on the players trying to exit their way through alley. Chronicle, however, still sat here on the site, now cut off from the rest of the team. Finding one, the peak coming through. Forsaken going to be dropped. Jing re-swings, dodges the off shot off screen, and does manage to come away with a kill.
Spike planted.
Kayak traded back.
Nice, Batman.
Go ahead and expound on the player advantage, now leaving Boaster to his own devices.
1 on 3 coy. Temu dong. Wallbang. Well play.
Cash in a decent spot, so don't have to go for an economy res here. Going ahead and locking up another round win.
Yeah, some good trades there for both squads initially, but Jing coming up big. Couldn't hit the showstopper, but still finds the 2K anyway.
Loosen up.
Absolutely brilliant stuff there. Able to time it perfectly. Divide. Good for the final. You got some smiles, you got some laughs going for PRX. Some fans in the stands. Very excited for what they're seeing. It's going to be Divide with that op. You were talking about it earlier. That's often what you're going to see for PRX on this map.
Immediate just swing forward, poster out into the open. Something trying to note the flank. Still going to be that double push-up in towards tiles. A site, however, open for the taking at the moment. There's something
nice
all
OP.
The way back around, peeking, trying to see if anyone comes through that attacker spawn. But with the kill on the kayak, they're immediately going to be rerouted. Shots flying, spot onto one.
Double.
Swing. Nearly has it lined up. Finds the first, cannot find the second. Crashies managing to put him down, but the rest of the team cannot find it.
Anjay, Team Ace.
Team Ace comes in, one casualty. PRX guarantee a lead at the half.
Again, you love the patience that you see from PRX. You know, something makes contact, doesn't try to go for the big play, backs off and baits for Divide's op. That's a really nice call out there. Great communication. That makes that round way more difficult. Now you're going to have op v op. Divide versus Alfier. Not the op battle we expected, but definitely one I'll take. Could be quite fun to see. Now you're going to see PRX once again just continue to lean towards A. So now Fnatic has to make the call to make it their strong side, to bring that extra player over. Alpha's op going to be mid.
Out into the open, Kayak able to find the one, but cannot escape.
1v1, one-on-one.
At the same time, it's just catching him. Stumbling around his poster, out into the open, ends up falling. Frashy's pushing forward. Don't think he's been noted quite just yet, but Patman certainly has caught a glimpse. Finds the first paint shell flying into his face. Forsaken's bullets get there just a little bit faster. Something at the same time saying, well, I've had enough of this lurking stuff. I'll make my presence known. That really stops any real attempt to go for this. And now makes Fnatic wonder, where can we get to safely try to hold on to these weapons? Well, something will not be able to go ahead and engage with the flank, so loses his life, but PRX are going to get at least 8 now.
That's okay. As something there, you don't mind dying. You make this retake way more difficult and probably impossible, as it looks like it's going to be the save for Fnatic. You just bought too much time. But just that one little play, that one little clear of a trip. A great execute as well. Forsaken there.
Bakal di-save sama Alfier sama Chronicle.
Jing immediately swinging around the other angle with those blast packs. Kind of that well-coordinated execute.
He's never going to live that photo down.
Oh boy.
Easy.
Very easy. Well, trying to take the off out of Alpha's hands. Certainly not an easy task for him in this round. But the whole rest of it was looking pretty breezy here. He's finding the timing on the poster. Certain of where he really needed to be.
PRX.
I mean, looking right as rain, right at home here on the map.
Yep, couple rounds there where they stumbled. Still going to be able to keep that op for Alpha. Otherwise, it's Guardians. Besides the other rifle that was carried over.
Half-buy ya?
Well, PRX.
Half-buy tuh. Half-buy sih ini.
Basically,
half-buy sih.
Almost max buy. Not the dimensional drift available for Kayak. Crashies has a Hunter's Fury. So some things to consider here for PRX. Patman's been sitting on the Viper's Pit for quite some time. Just haven't really needed to use it, honestly. They've been kind of just they've just been winning the rounds. Frankly, before they even want to put it down. So now they're going to be a little bit more careful. Again, you know, with the way Fnatic kind of had a little bit of an extra stack here, you want to be diligent. Still want to figure out where that op is before you challenge it. They've done a good job avoiding it early in the rounds, making it so that that op can only be used for retakes. Makes it a lot more difficult for Alfier to find the impact that he'd like.
Kill atau 3 orb.
Change in direction though. A little too quiet for PRX's liking, considering how kind of free some of the early parts of the site were previously. Trying to try something a little bit different. Setting up for sort of a crunch there.
Immediately with a kill on a Kayak, has the showstopper now online. Tripwire will
Tripwire, ampun.
straight from Crashies, able to find Patman trying to still go forward with the flank. They know they're going to be invested, but Chronicle traded off the back of that. His poster cannot find the one-tap kill. Like in position to try to go for the plant.
Waduh, kena.
Flushed back and spammed down as the shock dart lands at his feet. Tries to refill the smoke, pushing forward. Falls to the wayside, and Patman is a world away. No real chance whatsoever to defuse to come through. Things get disjointed here in round 12. Fnatic do manage to get up to 4.
Yeah, I think for PRX there, have that round back. Maybe overstep just a bit, but Fnatic able to get 4 on their defender side. Not bad.
Not bad. We'll see how it does fare, though.
Not bad kan?
Be needing to pick up a pistol. Stop PRX in their tracks. We'll see if they're able to do that when we come back after halftime.
Halftime ya. Halftime 48 coy. 48 banget ya. (241) ACS. Kill 12 mati 9. Omen Cyper. Halftime guys. Halftime. PRX.
One of the semifinal matchup, 8-4, PRX. Finessing Fnatic across the start here of this sunset. I think it's the most apt word to use. He's at home, he's watching, he's co-streaming, he's cheering for the boys.
Absolutely he is. You know, you saw how he was supporting PRX in their run through Toronto, so certainly looking to see if they can get it done again. But, you know, I'm kind of okay with the way Fnatic's been playing so far. I think they've had a couple good reads, but PRX is just so fearsome on this map. They've got such good understanding of how to play it. They really are well drilled on, you know, who needs to be looking where, when, and why. Here we go. Could be a big contestant here for B main.
Tapi ini mapnya PRX ya, guys.
Shrugging off those shots.
Ini map picknya PRX.
As Crashy's wisely going to be backpedaling. Boombot going forward. Recon clears it out, and for now, B main control firmly in the hands of PRX. Fnatic wants to try to re-clear this though, as some wild shots going to be exchanged, and it's going to be Forsaken very much taking the brunt of that. He can reconnect with Divide, can certainly get a heal, but for now we'll be at 48.
That's a good read there from Fnatic on how Forsaken likes to play those smokes, just shutting him down quickly. Jing, the Frenzy, can't find the shots, uses the paint shells to back off. Now Fear as well will disengage. Still though, a restack towards mid now, shifting that 3-man focus in this direction.
But it's going to be Spike being brought forward. Drone, go ahead and check around this B site. Big TP forward, Drone getting the spot. Frenzy to clear, and now the rotation's coming through, both from PRX as well as Fnatic, but Forsaken in a good position. Trying to find the jump, and oh my god! Does he hit a transfer after getting the headshot on the crashes, but cannot confirm the kill. Ends up getting taken down as Patman similarly lost his life.
30 seconds left.
Decent damage found as Paranoia going across the reface. Oster falling low. Crashy standing tall. Jing now taken down, and something with 7 HP. Get caught on a timing as Fnatic find themselves the pistol.
That's a really nice round there for Fnatic, reading some of those aggressive maneuvers from PRX early in the round, doing a ton of damage early. You know, who knows if Forsaken has full health coming into that swing out of B main. He might be able to pick up 2 here. Oh my god, the headshot comes through though. Or Crash, he's at the last second. Patman frustrated. you know, just a bad read as well. Good macro from Fnatic. They caused PRX to shift directions over to the other side of the map. So shout out to Boaster, nice call. Kind of reading the tendencies of his opponent nicely. PRX gonna put their 4-man stack on the other side of the map this time. Patman, as usual, gonna be called upon to kind of, oh boy.
It's not a one-way. Dropping down, Marshall shot's gonna be coming through. Got the ping reveal, but ultimately they can't continue scaling forward. They're trying to find the jump there on Boaster.
58.
Slow exploration of this map as Ghost Shot does ring out. Something just gonna be tucked at Boba. As PRX continuing to play reactively, needing to rotate here. Try to stack their forces, but once again, Fnatic starting to get the read that the site's gonna be a little bit weaker. They pivot back with a spike.
Yeah, Fnatic leaning into the strengths of their own play style, where they want to be a little bit cautious early, want to see what you're trying to do, try to see if they can catch you making mistakes. Alpha does catch Patman trying to cross through mid with that Marshall. So that's a player down. But PRX has seemingly read this well enough that they're going to have decent players in the right spot.
I mean, but once again, now the call's coming through, the B side is opened up, so the spike is on the prowl. Being shifted back across as Fnatic continue to run the clock down, but this time they don't have any opposition standing in their way.
Kayak closed. Had cleared all the way through towards Boba. So that's going to be an easy pivot there for Fnatic. And patience.
Oh, di bait ke
What does
B.
PRX want to do here?
PRX-nya masih di A semua, coy.
Try to die to the spike. I imagine it's going to be pretty tricky. Fnatic's already pushed out a bit. Go through market. Maybe you could get there, but Crashy's going to be watching.
Slow creep up. Crashies does have that Vandal. Almost assured to do some damage here as the swings get ready to come through. As Defy has hit a hell of a headshot. Crashies had repositioned, so Weapon's just gonna jump back.
One tap nice, Defy.
Oh boy.
Right to the back of the head. The time getting away from them here is Alpha sprinting around the back, making plenty of noise. Want to try to draw some attention, but what's another dash? That would have been high daylight robbery here, but it seems like PRX are still going to make this quite costly. Go down to the spike. 2 players left standing. Boaster just with a stinger. It's going to be some good damage, but still some smiles there on the side of Fnatic.
As far as ecos go, it's not too bad at all for PRX. I mean, you get 3, and you get a bunch of players to die to the spike to boot. Disgusting shot from Dubai.
And then the reveal. Perfect setup for the other.
Perfect from something. 4 more, that's what they needed to catch up with at the beginning of the half. Something here, looking for the recon. Smoke gonna come through, still gonna be holding the angle. So far though, Crashy's not letting loose with his util early, opting to hang on to it. PRX. Peeking around the map. Patman identified. Pinged out. Hard to say. Fnatic's going to want to commit or not. Able to get 4 rifles, just a stinger for Boaster into this round. So this could be pretty scrappy. There was, say, a battle over mid. You almost favor Fnatic with those Vandals. How accurate they can be. Well, Crashy's taking a half damage. Something using that drone. Gonna see Kayak as well. So everybody noted and dealt with.
And look at the readjust there. Final headshot to connect. So already good
bonus
damage
ini.
between the kill as well as
Bonus round
Chronicle
sih.
at 56.
Buat buat Fnatic. Ya ampun, nice banget.
Noting the linger forward, Alpier struck down.
Ya Alpha mati, Chronicle mati. Wih, nice banget Jing.
Of B main. And Shell is going to be lobbed in.
Nice. 1v5. Flawless. Nice. Let's go. 6-9.
A bonus conversion.
Just great steady play here from PRX, being really aware of that mid space that Fnatic was wanting to take throughout that round. Doing damage to players in transition, using the drone to get the info, get the reads, and get the kills. Patman there, got dinked, still able to readjust to take Alpha down. Huge stuff from Jing there with that Phantom at range. Goodbye. No doubt about it. So they're feeling good.
Very well set up going into this.
Yeah, not going to give over the bonus. And it's a Bulldog and a Guardian there. That's it other than Sheriffs for Fnatic.
Weaponry-wise, certainly not the greatest position to be in. As Spam attempt here through the box does get a good amount of damage on the Kayak. Still not found though. Batman does eat a little bit in exchange. Finally is going to be fine though. Jing, assuming that he had taken the orb outside of A, 2 charges away from having the showstopper online.
Patman did get a heal from Divide. Still going to lose some of that armor.
Ronde 16 drone lawan Alpha.
As well. Finally going to catch Alpha. Don't see Chronicle here with the Bulldog though.
It seems like they're still very suspicious about it. Divine watching the angle. Chronicle just going to stay tucked, has the cam.
Oh ya Allah ya Rabbi, salam.
They say, okay, we don't have to worry about this position any longer. They set up the wall. Second spotted. Playing around, sticking around for a little bit longer. Trying to see if he can get any peeks out. As Recon does get the ping. Couple players got to be noted. Once again, Fnatic shoved back in towards mid.
30 seconds left.
The top of which being watched now by something about the swing and maybe find a timing.
Whoa, nice kill something.
Chronicle quick to reply. Answers one back. It's a spot out here on the Divide as well. Shots flying through.
Nice.
Close, finds it, crashing.
Oh no, tawan Divide.
A little bit more damage across, but cannot find the kills.
Oh no.
With a fantastic headshot.
Nice. Nice. Gila Jing triple. Well played, Jing. Haha, Jing, well played. Fake Fnatic. Fake Fnatic. Well played, well played.
What in the world is that, Jing? Just showing up.
Respect, respect, Jing.
Gets up on the box. Boaster's there, but can't get the shots in time.
Right down A.
Top readjust.
There's nobody better at it than him. Just so used to doing it from Blastpacking.
16, 8, and 3. Jing, showstopper now online as we go into the next buy round here from Fnatic.
Ini kalau misalnya PRX Fnatic kalah langsung di timeout nih kayaknya nih. Round ini.
See, watching for this tiles crunch that PRX likes to run sometimes when Jing has a showstopper.
Kalau misalnya kalah ya di.
Very diligent out making sure that there wasn't going to be that fast hit.
Iya sih, bisa sih.
The duelist.
Bisa timeout.
Instead, present's going to be confirmed that somebody's.
Karena ekonominya bakal jelek.
Kind of assume it's
mungkin bakal half buy.
So
atau mungkin force buy. Half buy sih kalau misalnya Fnatic kalah.
Ping reveal, showstopper flies. Well, it's a little bit of a botch, but that's okay. Yep, just check your phone.
That's why you don't text and drive, kids.
Yeah, something has had the kill, so target down all the same.
All right.
It's in slightly more embarrassing fashion.
Wah, gila.
Slide forward, Alfia drawing the attention. Forsaken though, managing to find one more. Boaster's lurk comes up with a kill. But it's sliding towards top mid. Patman going to be on the chase. Spike, however, being pivoted. Brought now over towards the B site. Mid approach, plenty of noise made. Patman waiting for them here in market. Swings in. It's a bit of damage. Plays around the side. Paranoia. Back. Find him.
Gila, Patman. Astaga.
Patman, how have you done this?
It's just instinct there for Patman. Just sensing that they were going to be coming from both sides. You can't fault Fnatic there. The paranoia hits. Just get outplayed there.
30 seconds left.
It hits, but it hit different. Playing off the muzzle flash. And still just reads the timing and the spacing to get
well played, well played.
Yeah, they're enjoying that one. For good reason. That's going to be a heartbreaker round. Eventually a back-breaking one as well here for Fnatic. Pretty much everything invested into that. Are going to be on the full loss bonus, so should still be all right to get some rifles in. It's still not going to be a cozy position.
Well, it's got to be frustrating for Fnatic right now because you've had advantages in a lot of these rounds. I mean, how many, 3v5s, 4v5s have we seen them, falter to because of these unbelievable outplays from PRX? And you get the Jing 3K into that Patman 2K. You're just kind of not able to match the swagger that PRX is bringing on this map right now. As good as you are, as good as this game plan as good as your macro has been at times, sometimes PRX is just going to outplay you in the individual sense.
Kenapa tuh timeout, Bang? Reset biar PRX kepecah konsennya terus kayak ngatur strat pas lagi half buy. Ini kan jatuhnya half buy nih. nggak selengkap PRX kan. Cara apa? Cara invent. Karena kalau misalnya mereka reset, mereka timer terus kalah, ini bisa full buy soalnya. Si siapa? Si Fnatic terus kayak paksa roundnya lebih lama lagi, match lebih lama lagi. Oh nice. Waduh dia di ulti sama Alfire.
That leaves Poster and Chronicle both making noise here, both going to be known on the site.
Oh no! Nice for second.
Getting the better of him. As Classic is thrown out, he's going to try to knife
him!
He drives it right between the shoulder blades.
Di piso, G!
A concerned shake of the head from the fans of Fnatic there in the audience. As PRX, oh, they are having too much fun.
And that's just been the way they've been playing the last couple months. Just have fun, keep the vibes good, and good things will follow. And this certainly he gets hit by Jinx paint shells there too while he's going for it. Oh man, that's just a nice
game point, map point. Let's go.
Patience.
Oh no, di ulti. Kena dong. Dapat satu something.
No route to escape set up.
Oh no.
Alpha still collecting too. Gonna have to see that one back.
Spike down A.
Real theft invested. Divide.
Oh nice Divide.
Still skirting around the box. Takes down Crashies. And he just doesn't give a damn that he's been spotted out. He doesn't care about your ultimates.
Zombie resurrect.
Puts him back in with a player advantage. He's out here just 12 HP. Chronicle playing forward at Boba. Spike being planted on B.
Langsung di sprint nih.
Gonna try to swing out is Forsaken. Alpha matching. Chronicle gonna be tasked with the 1v2 on the other side potentially.
12 HP di Alfire. Chronicle masih half. Half armor.
With that Vandal to go for the one tap, still risky.
Here they found my wire.
Door shot.
Oh nice Alpha.
There you go. Finds a shot.
Chronicle.
Gets the other. All falls down to Forsaken. No smoke. Wants to try to play forward here.
Oh
the first. Chronicle will bail them out a 3K.
Tapi emang Alpha-nya harus maju sih. Alpha HP-nya paling dikit.
Just crazy stuff from Alfier. Does a great job there knowing his health bar situation to avoid Forsaken. Caught him on the TP.
Great turn.
Wow, that is disgusting. The 180.
Down A.
Divide, some good outplay there, but not enough. Tons of damage already done by Fnatic. Chronicle with a 3K. Him and Alpha. The dynamic duo for Fnatic come up big
full buy dong.
When they're needed.
Boosternya OP. Pandal di Alpha sama Crashes. Alpha-nya hilang coy. Hunter's Fury. Nice Davai.
Boosts his corpse into the skies. The wall goes up, locking off access to A. Try to go through alley, but there's
Davai
no further
Phantom,
scaling, and now he's
Forsaken Phantom, Batman Phantom.
About to come through. This is Zul. He's just dodging out damn near everything. Takes a bit of chip damage there, but heal will put him back to full.
Devi's in a tricky spot. He has no idea if anybody's in elbow yet. Has to re-clear that. That's actually the direction that Boaster seemingly wants to be diligent of as well. Just looking to see if Devi's tendencies there to be aggressive at the beginning of the round. We're going to continue. Pings are coming down. All of Crashy's util still available here. And you can see Chronicles held on to a lot of his util as well. So they're going to have some good post plan if they can get there. A lot of pressure on Devi here.
Ya, dimajuin pelan-pelan dong sama Fnatic.
Next nearest player. One-way cycled.
30 seconds left.
Main cut off. Chronicle able to find the kill there onto the Sova. Looks like he's just trying to go for a push timing there. Is Divine out trying to hold his zone. Again, good damage going to be found, but now Forsaken and Patman to try to see if they can bring this map to a conclusion. Boaster didn't suffer too much damage off the back of the teleport. Cage up over the top. Shadows traveling. Still a paranoia in hand here. Ready to be sent. Flies across. Boaster on the jump. Sniped out. The hold the defuse immediately starting to come through. Gets it up to half. Retaps it. Swings around the back. Looks for the first. Crashy's still standing. 7 bullets remaining. The swap. The
oh my
god. In time.
Aduh.
It's 3K heroics as Fnatic continue to try to run this back.
Aduh, ekspresi gue persis tuh. Megang genggam tangan gitu kayak aduh. Pelurunya habis. Peluru Phantomnya habis anjir.
Gets the kill, dodges, gets another, puts up the wall. But again, PRX leaves Divide to his own devices there. He's going to get spotted out by that util from Crashies. Forsaken, you just kind of expect that he's going to be able to clutch this out. But the way he'd been playing on this map throughout this year, the Crashies just a little bit better. And a sigh there from Forsaken.
HP loh Crashies. Unlucky.
We're going to see a timeout here, as Alex may just want to make sure that this isn't going to get any further out of control.
Oh my god.
We'll see that call coming through. These rounds have been close. It's been heroics on display from Fnatic to continue to hang around here. Bit of a smile there on Patman's face at the very end. Some fist bumps exchanged, and it seemed like they have maybe something up their sleeve to try to end this right here, right now. It's still available. May just be the investment here on B off the rip.
I want to see you.
There's a Divide, much other than a sheriff.
Oster still has that op. Something to be cognizant of course, is PRX. They're trying to, other than in mid, themselves pretty well hidden. Something was trying to ego peek there with the Guardian a bit. No response really from Fnatic. They're also looking for that trick play you were talking about, that fast hit that you know that PRX can dial up on this defender's side. So now feel comfortable enough that there was no trap to be sprung, so time to begin their way forward. Dimensional drift this time for Kayak. Sees a couple.
Wah, di OP cok.
Pushing forward, Alpier perfectly poised in position.
Ini lagi half buy si PRX.
Really bolt connecting, no further scaling up top mid though. So they can shrug that off as the pivot, being ready to come through towards this A site. Just the Omen all alone now. Try to slow the tide, slow the approach. Operator here on the corner. Shot on the one. Forsaken. Immediately taking down Alpier as he goes for the sprint.
Yeah,
across with Crashies able to find a glimpse there. Moments before the blind would have connected. Something now going to be noted. Kayak watching, Divide, falling. As he will sweep them under the rug. Now just on Patman in a 1v3.
Berat coy.
Feels like this should be borderline undoable here for Patman. No way he's going to be able to get into his ult.
Ada dapat info.
Fnatic though, retreating, so is Patman. Doesn't like what he sees. Saw it.
Oh, di save sama Patman.
See if he
Good
can
lah.
get that one kill and maybe try to make a go of it off
Better
the
di
back
save sih.
of that, but didn't come through. Just gonna have to wait this out. Great, again, macro here from Fnatic is what is winning them these rounds. You have the dimensional drift, a huge tool to set up Alpha for that first kill. Taking that mid control, works a treat, and then they also got the info. You know, okay, we know Patman's over there. We feel like there's a lot of pressure over on that B side. Let's make the pivot over to A. And Forsaken had a moment. If he had maybe pulled the trigger on that paranoia just a hair faster, who knows, but still, can't fault him too much. Jing hasn't gotten a kill in quite some time. He's still at 16.
It's been slowed down significantly in this half. It's not nearly as much value being found from the defending side. There's some very nice opping from Kayak, and you can see the frustration coming through. Now just wanting to close it with that final timeout call.
Tipis nih selisihnya.
Fnatic still hold on to one of their own. As Forsaken had a ping reveal onto one player. The peak coming through, finds a shot. Alpha quickly able to trade it back. Omenless here for the rest of the round are PRX. The pit knocking off A site though.
Yeah, interesting. You go for the pit on the eco.
I'm out of here.
Alpha thought about it for a second, but wisely decides to run away. But this is going to open up an extra gun here off of Chronicle's body for something. So it's a little bit more firepower. The spike plant should come through eventually once the page shell squares off.
44. Oh, nice headshot. Oh, enggak headshot. Waduh, Alpha. Ya ampun. Kayak pakai shot. Aduh, OP coy.
The peak getting ready to come through. Patman about to be at risk. Dodges it, strafes across, gets himself a little bit closer.
Ya ampun.
Kayak finds the shot. Something on for the first. The 1v3 crashes in the corner, tagged up low. The peak gets the headshot. Fnatic continue to run this back. 2 rounds, and we'll find ourselves in OT.
Some trickery here from PRX. Almost works a treat. Fnatic just content to take the open space. Jinx so close there. To switch over
pakai shorty cok di killnya.
Or Kayak. But then he gets the op rolling, puts it to good use. 3K in the round for him. Those quick maneuvers, but yeah, you can see that one was on a knife's edge for Fnatic. Operator in hand again for Devi. PRX going for the big investment, trying to close out the map.
Quick clear of the cam in mid. Forsaken wanting to try to set up for this op.
Ayo dong, close mapnya dong. Ya Allah.
Looks like widely Fnatic not looking to play around.
Mapnya kagak di close ya.
Of this map.
But they're leaving the spike down. Again, trying to set up for a pick.
I have the spike.
PRX not offering the opportunity. Patman pretty far tucked back.
Careful.
Now they do grab it though. Seeming like, okay, we haven't seen anybody here. Nobody at elbow, nobody at the box around the corner. So this is probably the weaker side of the map right now.
Let's go deep enough to spot out Patman, who's going to look to challenge. Finds the headshot. Alfier going to be taken down. Forsaken finding Chronicle here in mid.
Toxin screen down.
A paranoia sent out from Boaster, but can't really scale up the back of that as there's the fake out. Peeking from Kayak with the off. Managing to clear, tries to flick up to find Forsaken. Can't make it happen.
Ya Allah.
Taken down.
Ya Allah.
Things starting to crumble now. PRX losing their advantages. Jing desperately trying to find it. Now they've lined up. And that leaves just Boaster remaining. Tap to the plant.
Bro, it's only Boaster, bro. Oh no.
Not connecting. Some damage dealt. Devi down low. Teleport back to the time out there. He cannot pivot. He has to finish this here on this site.
Nice, let's go finally. Nice.
Finally go ahead and put the final nail in the coffin as Sunset goes the way of PRX 13-10.
A hell of a start here for the first match of the semifinals at EWC 2025. A lot of back and forth, a lot of nail-biter rounds. You wouldn't have it any other way between these two teams.
Certainly would not. And with that map win, PRX still flawless here in the tournament. Fnatic suffering for the first time, but they have their ascent coming up next. We talked about it. Alfier has been diabolical on.
Untung bisa close map ya. Dari 3 trip itu jadi 2v1 coy. Paranoia tapi paranoia dikit. Ini sih momen Jing nih. Nah, tuh double kill di situ. RP OP. Well play. 13-10 MVP for second. 266 ACS. Crashes. Loser MVP. 245. Oke lah itu. Let's go. Kita break dulu guys. Ini timnya siapa, Ros? Ini timnya tim PRX ya, ada pemain Indo soalnya. Ada pemain Indonesia. Forsaken pemain Indo.
This land is calling.
2, 3. Mark him, son. Watch out.
Nice!
Let's go, guys!
Nice! Let's go, man!
Good job.
Nice.
Be player. I'm gonna go Jen, I'm gonna jump on her.
Okay.
He's short.
Nice!
Let's go!
Nice! Let's go!
Let's go, Ilya!
Happy birthday.
Nice, boys, come on! We're in it.
Nice kill on the lurker, Marsh. Nice.
Wait, I thought it's Jason! Be player. I'm gonna go Jen, I'm gonna jump on her. He's short.
Nice!
Let's go!
Let's go, 1-0 guys. 1-0
Well, they sat on
PRX
12 for a little
unggul.
while, but they get it
Dan
over the
PRX
line
masih
in the end. PRX up
belum terkalahkan sepanjang EWC guys.
against Fnatic here in our
Ya, kalau nggak salah belum pernah kalah sih.
big victory there, putting the pressure
VALORANT, ya. Kalau gue belum pernah kalah sama sekali dari group stage pun nggak pernah kalah mereka.
in Toronto during
Not even once, ya.
back everyone to the Esports World Cup presenting VALORANT Digon here.
Mereka di grup
Big time and joining us is assistant
opening
coach Casey.
menang 1-0, winners match 2-0, terus sekarang lagi lawan Sentinels 2-0, sekarang 1-0. Belum kehilangan satu map pun, well play.
No worries. I mean, we're getting to watch some top-level VALORANT here as we take a look at some of the highlights from that last match there, because it was very, very one-sided. It felt like the train was rolling, and then kind of hit the brakes a little bit there, Baby Bay, and Fnatic battled back, but weren't quite able to get back over the hump.
Yeah, Fnatic tried their best to amass a comeback, but it's just so hard when you're playing against this team of PRX. It's like, even when you're playing this slow, you do everything right, out of nowhere in the mid-round with 20 seconds left, you have Jing just doing ridiculous stuff, jumping up on boxes, killing you. It's just
I mean,
mess.
they're just insanely talented with their individual level. We saw them rescue so many rounds by just being able to shoot in the right moments. And obviously, I want to ask you guys, how different is it? These two teams have very, very contrasting play styles.
Yeah.
Fnatic very slow, PRX very fast. How different is that to prepare for all these different styles?
I mean, of course, like, you don't prepare the same way when you play these two teams, as you said.
Yeah.
Against PRX, you have to play like more packed, I would say, like especially in defense, because you have to trade a lot, because they play really like a lot of, as you said, like a lot of individual like picks, let's say. Like they play individually a lot. They have a lot of X factors, so like you need to like at least match them as two, because they have insane aim. And Fnatic, you can play more spread on the map because they like to play really slow and like take the spaces. So like you can play more fun, let's say. Like you can play like 2-on-2 or this type of stuff, and like just try to finish one extremity and then like group mid round and this type of stuff. But what like I liked with this match is like I felt that PRX like really adapted well to the gameplay of Fnatic, because this Sage like literally counter like what Fnatic does, because they play super slow, and PRX were keeping the wall like really late and using it like at late timing in the round, so like it could like kind of cut how Fnatic wants to play, you know. And especially also with the Viper, like they could keep the space and like control them kind of.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we talk about playing against PRX, it requires multiple players to step on up. And there, when we saw the scoreboard, double-digit ACS for Boaster. We know how good he can be, but he had a very tough run there in map number 1.
He just couldn't bounce back after getting knifed. I know it sounds weird to say that, but like it literally is exactly what happened. I think he did a great job with the IGLing on the attacking side. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to come back, especially like having Kayak use that attack operator. But it's just so difficult.
Yeah, it stings a little bit, right? You know, we were highlighting him before this match started about how his individual performance has been so much stronger.
I cursed him so hard.
I think if there's anything we know about Boaster is he will be able to bounce back from this. I think he just needs to take that moment to reset. He's still an incredibly talented player, and obviously this was PRX's map pick, right? Sunset is not a good Fnatic map, as we all know.
I mean, I lost it, so I cannot really trust them.
Well, here's one of the things that they had to bounce back from in round 3 early on. You're thinking, okay, here's a way that Fnatic could get themselves on the board going really strong. PRX then turn it on its head in 3
Yeah, I mean, these bonus rounds, it's so huge in VALORANT. It goes down to a 3 versus 5 for PRX. This is where the individuals just shine. They isolate those fights and they just don't lose them. It's so hard to come back into games like this where the start is so slow, and especially against a team like PRX that are so momentum driven, that have so much fun when things go their way. Look at this, just a beautiful little 1v2 to end it, and right from there for me, that's where the Fnatic crumble kind of began.
Yeah, 1v2 against Chronicle, which is absurd, right? The form that Chronicle has been in, he's been winning most of these scenarios in this entire tournament. But of course it's Devi. I mean, we highlighted him earlier.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing fantastic, especially in these late round situations. I mean, just the role really suits him. I mean, I feel like he can do no wrong, to be honest.
Yeah, I think like Chronicle is like really underestimated player. Like especially like back in the days when there was still like Leo and Dirkie in like Fnatic, he was like super underestimated. But for me, he always been like the best player of Fnatic, because there was Leo, of course, he was shining a lot, but the guy that has to feel like every role and like really get into like the things that the team need was always Chronicle. Like with the bridge back in the time when they needed it, like Viper he plays, Cypher, he has to feel everything, and like he's so good at doing it.
All right, now as we turn our page to the next map, we're heading on over to Ascent. Funny enough, big time in Zeiss, you guys have some history back in the French League. It was, you played against each other. As you're saying, you kind of have these nightmares about some of the rounds that you got let slip away. Fnatic now lost to PRX and are starting to maybe let those nightmares creep back on in. How do you battle that when a team has gotten it over you a couple times?
To be honest, it's like really hard mentally, especially when you're coaching. Like because when I was as a player, you know, like you just go next. Like you get like I don't know how to say it like correctly, but like you get let's say your coach like is screaming on you for it, and like you go over it. But like when you're a coach and like you cannot do anything like for it, like when is the game happening and you see it, it's like super hard mentally, because like you see like we don't play like this usually, and when you lose this type of run when it's like really important for the game. I mean, like for our tournament right now in EWC, we lost 3 maps with big advantage, like Lotus against PRX. Like to be honest, I think if we would have won it, like the BO would have been different. We just like get mental crash after on Icebox, and against BLG on Lotus also we like trolled it with big advantage. And yesterday against Fnatic on Sunset, I think it's like you don't really overcome it. Like when you lose a map like this again, you think about all the maps that you lost and like how it affected your season, you know? Like for me, pretty much, like especially last year, it was really hard because like we qualified to Masters Madrid, and then to qualify to Masters Shanghai, we were playing Fnatic and we were winning like 9-3 first map and 8-4, and we managed to lose the BO 2-0.
Menuju
so, like,
map
and we didn't go to Shanghai. And then for Champions,
pilihannya
Fnatic again, winning
itu
10-6
Ascent.
on Sunset.
Oh, jujur penasaran sih, karena kemarin Ascent tuh juga kalau nggak salah tuh ke ban ya, nggak dipilih. Kayak double map bannya kan di PRX kemarin pas final Toronto.
Like you have some, as I said before, it like some Vietnam flashbacks, like in the head, like bro, what the fuck is happening again?
All right, so we got about like a little bit of delay on the stage. The players are getting on right now. So big time, I want to ask you, what is the point that you want to see from PRX to close this series out? Because baby,
kayak gue agak penasaran tuh.
I did.
Very true. So for PRX to close
Bisa nggak ya kira-kira?
So next map is Ascent, unless I'm very much mistaken.
Bisa nggak ya?
So Fnatic have a pretty unique comp there. We see them run the chamber. So it's about, for me, how are you able to counter that? Because your normal kind of style won't exactly work the same. PRX are at their best when they're playing against things that are the most standard, the most default. So I want to see what answers they have prepared for this chamber, because that's what makes it niche.
It almost feels like this composition for
map veto ya.
is
Ini
made to
map
counter teams
veto
like PRX, right? You have the double center, you
map
have the
yang di
chamber,
veto
you have
sama
the device, and it's not only firepower because
sama
it also
PRX
is a
kemarin
lot
pas
of players down on the attacking
grand
side,
final
but that
Masters
plus,
Toronto.
that ice wall, those razor vines can be a lot of
Apakah
damage to PRX.
PRX bisa mengalahkan?
You know, you played against Fnatic a lot. How would you approach
Mengalahkan ya, mengalahkan.
Fnatic,
di map picknya Fnatic kita belum tahu. Kita akan lihat
play really slow, especially on attack against them, and understand
jadi paket los lagi, Cok.
And if you have a Euro in your team, it's like pretty easy to bait Vice abilities.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of the game plan that we had yesterday on attack, and it worked pretty well. I think if I remember well, we did like 6-6, so it's fine for attack on Ascent. And like the game plan was like only about like understand where is the Vice, bait her stuff, and then like play her on the map, because like once you like baited like Vice wall or like her abilities, you can like really easily go into it, because Chamber is not really a sentinel. He's gonna play more like some duels and be placed in some spaces, but like if you just push him back or like just destroy Vi's abilities, they will be like way less comfortable on the map. And like basically like every rotation they have is like based on this.
Yeah.
If they still like have their Vi's stuff or not. And also they have Euros, so they can have fast rotations. But if you start first by targeting the Vi's, it can be way easier.
Yeah, that's why I do think PRX are going to be able to take this map in my mind, because PRX are good at playing fast at that start of the round. In those first 30 seconds, that first wave of util, that's when they're very fast. They want to break all of that, break the control that Fnatic have, and then they can slow the round down mid-round from there. And we know how much better PRX have been in that late round situation than from when they were losing. So I think they do have the tools they need.
And that's exactly what we saw on Lotus. I mean, it was a pleasure to watch. I mean, taking control of all that early space in elbow or street, and then just, or it's Lotus, sorry, on Sunset, my bad. But taking control of elbow and street, and then just freezing the round, waiting for Fnatic to walk back into space while they're holding angles, or then again, using an extra layer of utility after that. And that's why this PRX roster has evolved into being champs now, right? Winning Toronto. That is what it is all about.
Yeah, you know, the crazy thing is when we think about PRX starting at 0-3 back in the split earlier, then getting the win against DFM, then going on the run that they've gone to all the way to Masters. Now, one win away, 3 maps away from potentially becoming champions here at Esports World Cup. What an amazing story that could be, but we know the fight that Fnatic can have to battle back here. Big time, one player that needs to jump on out to close the door on Fnatic. Give me one.
I think I'm going to stay with Divide, to be honest with you. I mean, I think he really is the cornerstone of that team. In my mind, he's incredibly underrated still, which feels insane to say, by the way. I still think Divide is underrated. I think he has limitless potential. You know, he often gets drowned out in, Forsaken. There's so many amazing players, but I think Divide, for me, is really key.
Big time.
I'm gonna be looking right at Alpha. I think Alpha needs to step up, hit a lot of those first shots with the headhunter, whatever it is, set the tone. He needs to be landing those op shots, because if he whiffs one shot, you already know PRX has the entire site. Like Zeish was saying, they're gonna push you back. You're cooked.
Zeish, 5 seconds. Who's the player that's gonna stand out in map 2 on Ascent?
I'd say Kayak.
All right, let's see what happens here. Fnatic and PRX, map number 2. Fnatic's tournament lives on the line. Let's see how it all shakes out.
Sambil bikin ini ya. Gue sambil bikin stream buat ini.
Thank you very much. Well, here we get ready to go. Players making their way back over onto the stage as PRX lead this series, this single elim semi-final. Fnatic needing to find a map win here on their selection of Ascent. And given what we've seen, it seems like we are likely to go over to split as that map breaks.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious if PRX might make some compositional changes coming into Ascent. You know that chamber is going to be there. Do you feel like with your usual kind of double controller style that you could maybe get this over the line? Or you try something a little bit unorthodox? You know, we've seen the Reyna work well against chamber. You've seen something played on this map before. I don't fully expect it, but not a lot of time to prepare for this event, so maybe just lean into what you had been playing before. But it looked like PRX there, a little bit in sync. A nice hot pack toss there from Forsaken to Patman. Handled nicely. So they seem to be ready and raring to go. Players are getting locked in, getting the game fired up. But yeah, this is going to be really interesting what kind of changes they're going to make. And with Fnatic starting on the attack side, this is actually a composition that has tons of power on the attack side as well. That's where they did a ton of their damage against KC in their previous showing. Only 7 rounds on their defense side, but then they came storming back on the attacker side, and with that Yoru, with that chamber, they have a lot of options to create some space. And then to the post plant, could use some of that Vice util, make things really, really difficult to play for retakes. So PRX, I think if they want to get ahead of this, a lot of these rounds are going to be just about knocking Fnatic out before they can even plant, or at least doing enough damage that the plants aren't going to be that difficult to go for the retakes. So that's kind of what I would expect to maybe see, but you never know, as you do just get kind of the stock standard comps here. It is going to be that double controller, the Viper there for Divide. Jing on the Omen, Forsaken on the Fade. Patman will be switching over to the KO and something on the Jet. So, what we're kind of used to. This comp for Fnatic though.
Masuk map kedua guys, bentar lagi.
That's why there's a lot of talk about these 2 different map picks we were expecting to see. Can PRX continue their run? Can they continue to not drop any maps, or does Fnatic have it in them to send it to split? That's the big question on everyone's minds as we get ready here for our opening pistol. Plenty of fans on both sides.
Showing up, showing support, and likely looking for a little bit more. No one wanting to see these series continue to be 2-0, not with the stakes that we have, not with the teams that we have now at this stage. We'll see if Fnatic are going to be able to deliver. Single ghost in hand, everybody else.
Defense di PRX, Fnatic attacker.
Moving forward here with that headhunter, but Forsaken. He is absolutely coming out on top. A hell of a shot. Takes down that chamber nice and early.
That's a huge win for PRX. Obviously, removing the player and the agent, very, very impactful. Crashy's making a little bit of noise, thinking about the drone. Meanwhile, Boaster maybe trying to sell a bit of a fake here. See if he wants to throw the paranoia, taps the orb, looking for a response, but PRX had backed way off, and that one little tap has got them shifting all the way over.
Try to clear this one, something. Uncertain if he had been fully spotted out. Either way, takes a forward position there in mid. Gate crash at the ready. As that's going to be Boaster. Clearly, they had not spotted out this jet. Mentions the strike.
Wow,
with a nice
good
push
kill.
forward, however. Just get the headshot there on a Forsaken. Tiny bit of damage going to be taken, but now PRX
2v4 sih.
getting into position to try to retake this B site.
There's going to be that vice wall right outside of alley. That utility right here. Gonna be tricky here for this retake, even though it is a 3v4.
Crashes with a reminder on where the flash is going to be, making sure they don't get tagged up there by their teammate in Chronicle. Fishing shots thus far, nothing widely spotted. Flash does go through. Patman able to find one, finds two. Kayak going to be dropped. This Chronicle now, last one standing. They should be able to suss out his position. And Patman basically strafing by. Finds a headshot, taking the round here into his own hands. 3 charges, now a 4th with the defuse. Halfway to a null command as PRX get another pistol.
Some really nice stuff here from PRX in terms of just finding that opener from Forsaken. Just kind of off the back of the util, just a timing. And he gets it, perfection, and then Patman swinging in. Finds the 3K, secures the round. That is the start you wanted here for PRX, especially on this defender side. Keep Fnatic off balance. It is going to be Kayak going for the Outlaw, though. Just a little bit of a buy up here.
All right.
Try to see if they could find some value.
That's the investment, but pretty much everybody going to be somewhat vulnerable to that. Only 2 players on the side of PRX with that full armor. As Haunt quickly gets cleared out, it's going to be the orb take. Chronicle wanting to try to fast track that steel guard in here. This is the halfway mark, and well, the Outlaw not going to be finding too much value, at least not in the hands of Kayak. Alpha does scoop it up, looking for the entry. Devi playing close. Eats a good amount of damage, but he's one of the players that didn't have that full armor at the ready. Spots out another, look to try to retalk. Some more damage to
Waduh, di jump shot.
It's the right click. Devi does fall. Singer now going to be surrendered over.
It's going to get tough.
Sees. Chronicle does get caught. Just a hair off on the peak there is Patman. Fragment, however, can
wow, bang, protect nice.
So Crashy's going to be struck down as Haunt to try to reveal out some more players. Outlaw shots going wildly over to the side. Alpha draws down the headhunter, and already it's good damage dealt here. But what recourse do they have? Where can they try to rotate this? 37 seconds remaining. Seems like they're widely going to be committed to this side of the map. Jing. Is that over in A main? Left. Smoke there. Swings out. Alpha hits the headshot. And suddenly, something's the last one standing just with the Sheriff. Well read, paranoia. Alphayer.
Gila, Alphayer.
We talked about how much of a monster this guy is on the chamber. Dies first with the pistol.
Gila sih emang map.
Yeah, that's just phenomenal stuff. Exactly what you're looking for here. The eco win, and that Outlaw worked a tree. Stuck in a bad position is Devi. No backup there. Playing a lot of ISO on this round. Our PRX. Fnatic is able to use a little bit of coordination, a little bit of teamwork. Start picking them apart one by one, and Jing just got a little bit antsy. Love to have that back, but a judge here or something. A couple sheriffs otherwise.
But no one here to really fall into this one. They have that sheer wall set up. Chronicle playing back. The rest of the team hovers around mid and gelato. Look up here towards Cat. Patman again, trying to displace. Just get some decent damage in. Cannot find the kill. Push to the wall, the timing there. Shots, but the turn from Alpha is just so damn fast. Puts him low, but Alpha continues to just absolutely dominate. 40 HP, Jing at the ready. Just the classic. Gonna look to try to push forward, regain some control of tree. Push coming in.
Oh my god. Jingnya dapat sih lumayan. 16 HP, 16 HP. Ntar ini kenapa ini gua di sini ya?
With all this noise happening around this A site, the kill onto Alpha. Eventually they might actually get funneled right up in towards something. Just been staying quiet with that judge in hand.
2v4. Oh, nice.
From it. Finds one. 3 more shells left. Evacuates the area. Sends down the cloud burst. Looks to play the next door.
Di enggak nih.
Weapon's gonna be swapped over. 20 seconds remaining. The pivot now.
Ya ampun, meleng. Gua ngeliat kiri sih itu.
Ends up getting caught up. Something quickly trying to rotate, but this has been heard. Chronicle now goes on the flank. Cloud burst into the corner. The drop down. Spamming. A tiny bit of damage going to be found. Has to go for the reload, and Chronicle is getting closer for the backstab. The push forward. Just trying to find anything that he possibly can, but it's going to just be death. Fnatic. 2 losses there.
Wajar.
Ultimately,
1v3 sih susah sih kalau kayak gitu.
From Fnatic, able to deal with some of the trickery of PRX. See something there, a little bit frustrated. Maybe felt like he should have had more, but you know, PRX coming out very antsy here on Ascent, wanting to try to make aggressive plays through smokes, wanting to try to get ahead of the curve. God, what a turn from Alpha. From the follow-up on a Patman right in the shoulder. Fantastic, and a smile on his face.
That means they're in for a world of hurt, because look at what's available. Tour de Force now in hand. Immediately popped. No operator in response here from PRX. Just can't afford to try to get it online. Jing tucked here at Wine. No easy way to try to flush him out of this position. Smoke gets set up, tries to go for the peak. Jing now sends out the paranoia, trying to evacuate, but counter swing from Chronicle, able to intercept. Spot on the one, Patman.
Oh, Patman dapat wallbang lagi.
Kayak going to be taken down. Fragment buys him a little bit more time as rotations start coming through. Steel Garden is going to be there to greet them, take the weapons away. Devi at Heaven, able to...
Gila, di rush A dong.
Forsaken just lingers here for the moment. Devi waiting for his time. But now Forsaken taken down. 3 players remaining.
3v4.
Shots from something. Out from tree. Not connecting. Looks like ultimately, PRX getting clustered up, but Devi will split back over to Heaven.
Wih, nice banget.
Headshot gonna be found. Another tailwind. 1 kill away. Devi in the roughest positions at Tour de Force at the moment.
Oh no.
On his angle.
Ya ampun. Udah fight.
Able to find 1. Alpha dead. Still plenty of work.
Ketahuan coy. Oh no.
Fnatic now up by 2.
That whole round just so uncomfortable for PRX because of the Tour de Force.
Oh ya, balik lagi tuh apa?
And they don't have the smokes to cut off A main. Jing dies early.
Mapnya Fnatic coy, what can you do?
Util not there. So they just can never create that extra angle. They have to try to brute force their way here through short. And it's just too difficult. Too many crossfires. Fnatic playing it too well coordinated. I wouldn't be too surprised if you see a timeout here pretty soon for PRX, but for now, they're gonna let it ride. Another judge there, but this time in Forsaken's hands. Couple sheriffs, a stinger for Jing. They are gonna get aggressive here at A main and B main, so trying to take some map control. Trying to throw them off balance, but Chronicle just domes something.
Well, it had to be a monstrous shot from something. We know he's capable of it, but Chronicle, when it's him on the opposite side, you're always going to be unfavored. Even the weapons. Jing holding close.
Masuk.
Push getting ready to come through. Stinger let loose. Alpha on that peak. Still by Patman, mind you. Incredibly fast.
Dihantam sama Jing coy. Nice, double kill.
Alpha here now going to be taken down. TP forward on to the site from Boaster. It's around. Here's the drop. Jing just playing here within the smoke. The switch hit. Jing wanted to go.
Waduh. Unlucky.
Cuts him down. In a good position.
No, Davai. Oh no, Davai.
Now that leaves Forsaken
all
alone. Trying to make this happen.
Ya ampun.
Fnatic.
4-1 le.
There's some moments here for PRX where maybe the round could have turned, but it's actually going to be closer this time.
Bawa tisu sebungkus dia.
Saves Fnatic's bacon. So ready for that push out of the smoke.
Boleh.
You can see that they are extremely aware of how aggressive that PRX wants to be. Even though Alpha gets caught out, still got the one and done. Using that rendezvous to get out of dodge. Even invest the Nightfall here. And almost for Divide, but Crashies stands tall. Something as the op though. It's going to be the op from Alpha. Going to challenge.
Recon cleared. Jump peek not going to spot anything there. Something just backs off the angle.
That util's nice. It opens up the angle for Alpha. So now he's got control of this space. Something tries to cross, but I think it might have been seen.
Seems like, yeah, Pixel might have been spotted as he exited that smoke. Continuing to scale forward. He's about to come through, and he can't get the flick down. Something finds the headshot. Critical kill to be found. PRX trying to cut this lead down. Training on B main, Spike being brought over. Dimensional drift is available.
Just one gun.
40 detik.
There, so
Jadi slow gini mainnya.
Not really going to change their strategies, not change their plans.
Ya,
TP though.
udah dikeker pakai OP.
If necessary.
Big outsend, something not falling for it. Sees, holds him back, tucks back into the smoke. The jiggle peek, the shot not going to connect.
Connect, coy.
Over in towards mid. Going to be spotted there. Boaster for the moment, going to be held at bay. Grab of the orb. That's going to be his ult online, so can join in over onto the B side very quickly, but Kayak now has been noted. It's 10 seconds, they have to make a go.
10
This
seconds
footstep is going to be heard. Forsaken, trying to stop them here into the tracks. Boaster taken down, up and over the top. Something comes
Nice, let's go. Flawless. Well played, Flawless.
Flawless round here for PRX means they get up to 2.
One of those butterfly effect moments there in that mid battle.
Ini siapa yang lagi nonton guys? 26 orang. Halo, welcome.
It's something just barely wins it. The shot just goes wide.
Right past his hip.
If Alpha wins that, a very different round. Of course, something happy to switch to the shorty after he gets the confirmation that there's a player there. Forsaken good enough for it anyway. Yes, so much of that round just about winning that battle. That could be something we'll see. Maybe again, yes indeed. Still enough money there. A lot of ults available on both sides. Bladestorm behind it for something. You got Kayak with the Dimensional Drift. Crashies with the Hunter's Fury. Could combo those into something. Have to wait and see.
Trending on the angle this time though, Alfier. Looking to try to push forward, Recon. This position widely is cleared out. Forsaken with some free fire, not going to be able to find a connection.
Get something though.
So I don't think that was necessarily where you wanted that trademark to go. Not participate, that would have been one hell of a flick. Cannot find it, nor can something. Both ops going to be staved off and forced away. Spike still dropped, its full rotations come through.
Love the cautious play from both teams. Nobody over.
Gila benar-benar dilambatin coy gameplay mereka. Nggak mau apa namanya? Nggak mau blunder gitu loh.
Trying to get a fast rotate. Dimensional drift going to be coming through now. The rest of the team waiting to try to scale, but Divide going to be caught swinging out of that smoke.
Hunter Fury.
Before the Hunter's Fury can even get involved. Something trying to intercept.
Wah, dapat something nice.
Go ahead and find a kill on Crashies.
Dengan jet andalannya.
With the jet. Advantage to him.
Whoa!
What a play in there from Patman. Disrupts it just enough. Kill gonna be found. Paranoia not connecting on the post of the flash certainly does, but Chronicle still safe, still fragging Patman just with 10 HP.
Dilepas ya harusnya.
Gonna try to just exit that operator on the far side, just across the way, but there's just no access to it. Has to back off and leave it there on the floor.
Man, oh man, for a moment there, it looked like maybe the Blade Storm from something was going to be a difference maker. What a flash from Patman, but that Vice Util in the post plant, so annoying. Completely stops them from pushing downstairs. And that allows Fnatic to just spam the smokes and get kills. And that is part of this composition that makes it so annoying, and why you want to get ahead of the curve, why you want to stop them, and why PRX is being so aggressive in some of these rounds. Why you're pushing something all the way out in the mid with an op. You want to try just not let Fnatic get into comfortable positions in that post plant. Phenomenal stuff from something, but just not going to be enough.
Not gonna be enough.
Holding it down through the smoke. Oh, what a shot though. The swing onto something.
Something bingung. Something bingung. Aku bingung. Semua bingung kita.
5 rounds now
Semua
for
bingung.
Fnatic. See, is this a timeout call? Yes, it is. PRX now pumping the brakes. Thought perhaps it was going to be saved off after the previous flawless. And now wanting to try to get in with the players.
Langsung di technical pause.
As many rounds on this defending side as they possibly can.
Yeah, I'll be pretty curious to see what the changes are going to be. You know, I understand the game plan coming in. Now you're going to have to find something a little bit different. You're still going to have to contest with that operator from Alfier, which means you're going to have a difficult time maintaining mid control. So how are you going to be able to react to that? Maybe trying to play a little bit more together. Make sure Devi here got caught out. Now, to be fair, it was, you know, some ults that were invested in that previous round that made him just dead to rights. Him and Forsaken.
Still top of box. This is going to be a bit of an off angle here for both of the players. Looking for the flick up. Can't find it. As Boaster is trying to get played in. Trying to have Alpha play bait a little bit, but ultimately won't be rewarded with anything. Drone confirms the reposition here. 0 point. Let's spot out Alpha here. Poster still up and over the top.
Kepala muncul.
Waiting to see if this Jet's head ends up peeking out, but something's playing just around the corner.
You should wait for contact here as PRX.
Whoa.
Oh, Chronicle.
So fast. Immediately dispatches the enemy Jet. As PRX once again here on the back foot. Still Forsaken hovering around alongside Devi. Start going for a pretty quick pivot as Patman is going to try to hold this door. Flash going to be set up, but he won't be able to do a damn thing. Kayak immediately finds the kill. Crashies gets Jing. And things are falling apart very swiftly as PRX going to have to go for the save. Forsaken can recover the operator, but that's about it.
Ini apa PRX kayak kalah banget dari defender ya.
They're going to get the op back at least.
Crashies nearby enough, might still yet be able to find a punish. Be able to get the swing out in time. Peeks it. Shot wide from Forsaken. And that's going to be Fnatic desperately looking to try to get this kill. We'll tuck back into the pit, but Fnatic will know exactly where they're hiding. Thorn set up, popped. Both players now contained here onto the corner. Flash finding nothing. Shock dart going a little bit too deep. Straightforward decay not yet taking full effect. This is playing right around the edge of this one.
Oh, nice. Oh my god.
Finds one, running out of bullets, running out of time. Chronicle gets the 3K, takes the op out of their hands.
Nice banget.
As now Fnatic have 2 of them to try to play around with.
That's devastating. But man, oh man, the way that they're setting up here. Changing the op over into Boaster's hands, and Chronicle the quick peek out to take something down. Filthy.
It's making it look so very effortless.
But the push and pull here from Fnatic, the way that they're trying to bait these reactions out of PRX, kind of understanding the game plan, and they're ahead of the curve again, even after the timeouts. So now you start really being concerned for PRX. they have any other responses left on this defender side.
Ya ampun.
And they're back on an eco.
Oh my god. Bisa gitu, Jir. Kok bisa? Kok bisa kayak gitu?
Doesn't stick around. Now Kayak is here to fill this position. Keeps the IGL protected.
1 HP coy.
Patman held at bay.
1 HP di booster.
Quick clear on the trademark. Poster now dialed in on this angle. Shot goes wide. And finds the first. The trade, however, instantaneous. Allows for Divide to scoop up a Vandal.
Itu literally what can you do with 1 HP sih.
The approach on the A still getting ready to come through. Jing, tuck, swings, spots. Going out. Sends out the smoke. Paranoia at the ready.
Ulti coy.
The clone gets popped. Shots exchanged. Rotation now getting ready to come through. 33 seconds remaining. As these footsteps going to be heard and noted by Divide.
30 seconds left.
CP immediately coming through. Quick cancel. Says no. They're rotating over to Alpha here. My God.
Kok bisa?
What is that shot?
Kok bisa gitu? Oke, one.
Jing finding one.
Itu.
Paranoia dodge.
Oh, no ente.
And they mow him down. 7 rounds now locked in. Fnatic guaranteed the lead at the half, and it's looking like it's going to be a massive one.
If you had a bingo card for this map and you had Boaster Collad on it, congrats. You're hitting the money there. Disgusting. Love to see it. And you love to see that Kayak right there to back him up. I mean, he's stuck behind the box. What are you going to do? That's okay. And then Alpha.
I just...
Gila, Coach Milan sampai kayak gitu, coy.
I have to question the coaching staff of Fnatic. Why does Alpha here not just play Chamber on every map?
Right?
I know that it's not necessarily the best.
Langsung di timeout lagi. Anjir, di timeout lagi, coy.
So damn
Panik lah.
And I think you should just force it everywhere.
Gila, Alpha berkuasa banget Jir di Ascent.
Just keep him on chamber.
Internet gua kenapa lagi? Internet gua kenapa lagi?
Just let him dominate. Cause good lord.
Yeah, just absolutely disgusting stuff. I mean, but there just isn't much you can do about stuff like that. He's just too good. But beyond that, the macro game's so good for Fnatic here on this attacker side. They're so good at working the map, so good at understanding where you're going to be weak, where they can find opportunities. And everything PRX tried has failed. He has that tour de force again. Do have Chronicles ult.
You want to play? Let's play.
He is going to pop it off the
You want to play? Let's play.
B main angle here. Forsaken.
PRX.
Close and personal.
Smoke blooms. It just wants to get rid of that trademark. He's able to do so. A 0 point gets a good amount of info. Dodge from Alpha means the tour de force obviously still going to be in play. Gate crash set up over towards stairs. Standard default here is going to be the Steel Garden now invested. Forsaken spotted out. Big Peaks just clears out that clone. Divide at 4 HP. Weapons now recovered. Forsaken able to find one Divide. In from the smoke.
Divide. Whoa! Divide. Second. Nice, flawless. Itu dia reset yang diharapkan, bro.
Like the fighting retreat here.
Itulah reset yang diharapkan, bro.
Yeah, on spam through the wall. When Fnatic was beginning to make their move, and then him and Forsaken just playing their lives and waiting for the reinforcements to come through. You also get the Steel Garden out of Chronicle in that round, so who knows? Run back could be possible. Phenomenal work there from those two players. And I like the change up here. Just kind of play the fighting retreat. Let those rotations come through. Try to give yourself those extra angles, those extra man advantages in the fights. Make Fnatic have to second guess. So it's going to be, I think, a pretty big pause here for Fnatic in terms of drawing out time down on the round. Not that that should be that surprising, but turn the tempo up a bit in that previous one compared to their usual.
With 2 more to be played out, it's a double face. Chronicle down to 4. So he'll get a double kill now in a smoke.
All right.
3-7.
There's anybody who can do
menuju halftime. 2 round lagi. Waduh, Patman.
Things up a little bit more here, making Jing a bit more uncomfortable as he gets spotted. Alfier does bring out a couple shots, so Jing in the position with the double face into the site. It's perfectly played, perfectly timed. Levi trying to scale forward. Some noise made here at tree. Door, however, does get shut. Broken open, immediately headshot.
Nice something.
Able to find one. Kayak now dropped. Alpha repositions back over through A main, joining in with Crashies. This Chronicle gonna try to scale forward here. Up cat.
For HP di Chronicle.
Spike now interrupted.
Gila, di ulti coy. Waduh.
Still has that operator, and something gets caught by it. Time, however, dwindling. Spike there at hell. Forsaken, tagged low. Waiting right here in front of their faces. There's just nothing they can do about it. Both players so very low. Alpha gets the 3K. And once again, flawless from PRX, but Fnatic get the follow-up.
Gila.
Starting to be a believer in Boaster's op again. He has been really sharp with it, and he's got great awareness on this map too. I want to give him some flowers. Yeah, Alpha is a force to be reckoned with, no doubt about it. He's the one that's breaking things open for you, cleaning things up. But Boaster has been really aware of these timing pushes out of short or PRX. He shut a couple down, and that's really pivotal there because it doesn't allow for the retakes to really even materialize for PRX. So tip of the cap to him. Something still has the op. Last round and a half. Challenging Crashies is Forsaken, but only a little bit of damage done. At least gets a little vice utility.
7 halftime guys. Ini 39 angka keramat sih kalau di Valo.
Without the kill, it's not going to be possible at all. Still pushing forward. The Chronicle, of course, is going to be good for it.
Alah coy, si Forsaken.
Drone spotting nothing. Some noise
MVP Masters Toronto final ya.
Forward over towards Pizza. Moving up to bench. He spot him.
Ya ampun.
Immediately shuts him down. She's at every twist and turn.
Gila, keluar semua tuh ya. Bling, paranoia.
Push getting ready to come through. Patman trying to scout out.
Oh my god.
Immediately dispatched. The mask goes on, and Jing is going to be absolutely trapped here at backplat. Goes for a timing shot, finds the first.
Udah masukin itu. 39 halftime guys.
But in the end, it's 9-3. Fnatic well out in the lead.
Exactly what you would expect from Fnatic on this map. Alfier playing well. Everybody else doing their job behind him.
39 kita break dulu ya guys.
PRX looking a bit out of sorts. Pick up that pistol, immediately dropping the anti-eco and set them back. They need another pistol if they want to rebound and close this out 2-0. Otherwise, it's looking like we're going to go to split. We are back here in map 2, and Fnatic are well out in the lead. 9-3 at the half. PRX pick up a pistol. And then it all starts falling apart from there, only managing to find 3 round wins on the defending side. Now, needing to have a monstrous attack if they want to avoid going over to split.
And a very important pistol coming up here. Even though they're able to get the first, you know, going up against this double sentinel with that headhunter and
Fnatic akan di defender.
able to be dispatched quickly in the first pistol round. I don't expect the same thing to happen here.
PRX harus menang 9 round kalau mau paksa ke match point
challenge them, but it's
dan
so hard with that
berusaha untuk tidak hilang map ini.
to really kind of get things to go the way you want. Forsaken creating some attention on the other side of the map though.
Awan dong.
Comes the headhunter.
Slowly trying to back away, but it's going to be out into the open.
Wah, nice Forsaken. Tapi di kolop sama kayak.
Roughing both pistols thus far. It's supposed to going to be spotted there on the jiggle peak.
But you saw no one else, so the rotations can come through quick for Fnatic.
Pretty much everybody clustered up. Top flash from Pavan trying to escort them forward, but Chronicle just pre-fires through the smoke, managing to find that kill. Crashy's trying to scale up. Shot turns into the corner. Right there, point blank onto Jing, puts him to 50.
3v3.
There's only 2 players left
148 HP di Fnatic, 172 di PRX.
Divide trying to hold the door. 2 players on the opposite side. Chronicle being one of them. Kayak with that sheriff.
Ya sih di sandwich itu. Satu lagi di mana?
Some shots flying.
Satu lagi.
A 1-for-1. Ping reveal on the Jing spots him. I know that he's still going to be lingering here within the smoke and something needs to try to find this kill. 3 peaks just trying to drum up some interest. Keep the attention tied on his position. So far has been able to do so. The smoke now dissipating.
Aduh, dapat dong.
Going to be close though on the defuse as Chronicle tries to get it done.
Oh, 9. Oh my god. 9/100. Oh my god. So close.
Unbelievable stuff.
So close.
Fnatic.
So close.
So patient. And again, it's all about these quick rotations. It's all about this win against Forsaken. There's nobody else there. So the ruse that Forsaken's trying to create by using that fade util on the other side is dealt with. A crash, he's huge from heaven. Takes it down and allows for the defuse. Unbelievable.
Closest of the tournament by far. 0.45, I believe, the previous. Unbelievable. And that might just be backbreaking. Even with the deficit, though, PRX not going to be going for a full force. It's widely going to be 3 sheriffs here.
Ice wall right in front. It's behind the smoke, so you make a move, you're going to get cut in half.
Locked in with the thorns on top.
Yep.
Up.
By Will straight forward, and then just doesn't know where Chronicle is going to be. So does end up getting taken down. Back flat position now going to be noted. Tries to get some good damage in. Cannot confirm that kill. Poster out into the open. Ends up falling. Alpha finding one. Chronicle still fighting. Still surviving. Still persevering. As shot will fly through. And Crashers bring this to a very quick end.
Udah mulai taunting ya.
Jump shot from Crashies ends the round, but you know, PRX tried to challenge the Vice
udah nggak ada timeout sih.
Divide pays the price. He's
benar-benar tanpa guidelines.
Able to get in there, get a couple kills, but Fnatic's not going to let you do anything further than that. Nasty stuff from Alpha. Chronicle blinded up, doesn't matter.
Gila sih 2 cuy.
Just Alpha gets to see the show.
Poster now with a Bucky playing around B. Smoke down. Some shots flying. Hot reveal and Kayak finding something there. Top mid. Chronicle getting forsaken. The wheels have long since come off.
Spike retreat.
As this train wreck is starting to grind to a halt. Just the 1 elimination found. 2 players left standing, and given the situation that you're in, given that it's about to be Fnatic moving up the map point.
Ice wall right here.
And even trying to go for the save. Wouldn't be that much behind it. Just be the double push. Poster, the one standing between them and the site. Smoke blooms, thorns Locking them in position for now. Chronicle arriving at market. Flash
Oh,
goes in.
waduh,
Goes
Chronicle.
down. Spike now. Stranded.
Hilang.
Jing
Jing hilang.
needing to do
bos hilang.
everything. But in all likelihood, capable of doing nothing. Swings, and Kayak will find it. Map point locked in. Fnatic looking damn near flawless here on Ascent as anticipated.
Yeah, just brutal how good they are on this map. The way that they're able to just challenge angles and win them consistently is otherworldly, right out of the smoke and right into something's face.
Map point.
Kayak. Chronicle just been so sturdy for them throughout. Nice finisher there for Kayak. Fnatic
Harus 9 round beruntun kalau mau paksa ke overtime. Which is dari util agak susah sih. Nggak full buy soalnya. Half buy nih si PRX. Main Guardian Vandal.
For the entry and the counter spam, it comes through. Boaster finding one of the full
First time hilang map kah ini PRX?
Just further expounds on the advantages already guarded here by Fnatic in the round. Saken tucked in, swings, finds the first, does get the headshot. On the repeat, finds Crashies. Suspicious about this placement here in A main, but right as he turns, he doesn't wait for the haunt to pop. Just hands them the timing on a silver platter, and Patman cannot find the kill. Jing now dead, Devi lurking, looks to get the jump, but Alpha survives. In all likelihood,
one down.
Try to bring this to an end, but does get dispatched. 1v2, 30 seconds to try to play with.
30 seconds
the reposition.
Spike di B. Market B.
Trying to watch the angle, but it looks like Devi slipping the net there in that regard, but it's making plenty of noise. Poison orb thrown down. Spike recovered. 12 seconds remaining. Would love to try to go for the switch, but cannot do it. Taps it, trying to spot if there's anybody on the approach here from backside. Gets in behind the box. Here's Kayak.
GG, ente.
13-3. Utter dominance here from Fnatic.
First time Fnatic hilang map. First time PRX hilang map.
Going to the third map, going the distance between these two powerhouses.
Oke, kita break dulu. Gua mau telepon teman komentar ya.
The hopes and dreams of EMEA rest on the shoulders that are best to take it in Fnatic, and they did not let down. Not only did they bounce back, but they trounced PRX in map number 2 in a dominant fashion, and it all comes down to one more map. Who will make it to the finals? Welcome back. It is the Esports World Cup presenting VALORANT. Digon here alongside Baby Bay, Big Time, and coach of KC. Zeish, this is what you wanted to see. You wanted to see EMEA back on top?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have to like say it. Sorry, EMEA fans, but I'm cheering for PRX.
Whoa!
What? Come on! Now we're talking.
I'm sorry. I love Jake. If you see this, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Is that? I think
BTW,
it's a
ini
over there,
azan maghrib guys, jadi kita gua break dulu saat maghrib. Nanti gua balik lagi sambil nonton map ketiga ya.
Like pretty good.
Aman ya?
I think PRX like didn't play good against Fnatic on defense, especially when they were on defense. They were playing pretty aggressive with like Viper comp against a double Senti, and I think this is what Fnatic wants. Like they play really slow gameplay. They want to punish you, and like the way PRX play, they give them too much entries, and like they play super aggressive. And as I said, like when you have Viper, you don't really want this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a map that Fnatic are just so good at. I mean, I love their composition. I love how they make it work. And like you say, I don't think PRX necessarily handled it in the most optimal way, but I think they're sort of okay with this. We've been all talking about how we want this to go to best of 3. We think it will go to that 3rd map, so yeah, I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, and PRX started off very strong, but look at Boaster's stat card. The difference from map 1 to map 2 was immense, and he had so many big moments where amongst all the chaos, this time he was ready with his crosshair waiting for anybody to swing through smokes or whatever it was.
That's the key thing. We can see how much his stats have improved, but that doesn't count for the amount of impact frags he got, the amount of rounds he won with good individual decision making. I thought he did a really brilliant job to get himself back on track.
Yeah, and Alfier was an animal in the server right here. I mean, yeah, that 180. Also, keep in mind, PRX won the pistol round, and I think he had 3 headhunter kills to get the thrifty, right? So it's like, if you're able to stop the momentum of PRX, you set yourself up in a good spot to like snowball the map, and a 9-3 half on attack side Ascent with a double Senti comp is such a big buffer to play with.
Yeah. I just felt that, as I told you earlier, it's like, I think it's, I mean, anyway, like it's the game style of PRX, right? Like playing super aggressive and stuff. But against the double Senti comp, and especially on Ascent, and especially if you run Viper, you don't want to give this to Fnatic, especially because they play super slow gameplay. Yeah. And if they can get a kill over you, they would just make you run around the map.
And this is the first time in a while where we've seen these like highlight plays, superstar plays being made against PRX. A lot of the time, it's PRX doing the mental damage with some of these plays, but you could speak to like what that could do to a team here, Big Time.
Yeah, I mean, we know how momentum-driven PRX are, right?
Exactly.
When they're on, they're really on, and they're able to string so much together. But I do also think the inverse is true. We saw with them going down 0-3 start of the year. We spoke about that a lot. But when they're low, they're in these lows. But I do think they know how to get themselves out of it, but there was no opportunity in that game, right? They never got that good, you know, there was the 0.09 second diffuse, you know, that goes their way, maybe they had something going, but it felt like everything was just stacked up against them, and like you say, not really managing to hit the shots that they used to being able to hit.
Yeah, all right, so we called him out earlier. He needed to have a big game. Chronicle showing up here in map number 2 on Ascent, and Baby Bay, that is the key to their run so far here. You've listed off all the different superstars that can have the pop-off moment, but he's the one that needed to come up big. He did so.
Yeah, of course. He's been mechanically sound the entire tournament, right? But it was his utility that I think that made the difference here, right? He was basically playing defense on attack the entire way through, defaulting outside of B main. He even had a round where he had a wall and thorns up on the attacking barrier of B. So it's just, he was able to stop a lot of that threat of the aggression of PRX, where, you know, PRX was trying to get that advantage up, and he just sucked the life out of him.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, Chronicle is always insane on Ascent. This map was so well built for him. He's perfectly set up to get everything he needs here, and he just understands how to play the Vice on it, right? It's such a good fit.
I mean, he has like such a different game style from usual Vice players. Like yesterday, when he played against us, and even today we can see it again, he's like really playing aggro on B main, with most of the Vice will stay on site. Like when he sees space, when he sees like team splitting or like giving him space, he will take it. When usually like this type of Sentinel player will just stay on site, and this is why, like earlier we were speaking about it after first map, like he's like super like clutch player. People won't see it because even though like sometimes he's not doing much kills, but by the way he's positioning himself and the decision he's making, he's like giving so much space to Fnatic. And when you have a sentinel player that like is confident like this to leave his setup behind him and just play over it and like and go for the space that he can take, it's just like incredible for a team.
All right, about 3 minutes, a little under 3 minutes before we head back to the stage for a decisive map number 3. Big time. This has been a lot of talk about Fnatic. How good they've done. You're our Pacific rep here on the desk. PRX, who needs to turn it around here and be the catalyst to close this one out?
I kind of want to see Jing get rolling. I feel like we haven't spoke about him at all this series. I feel like I've barely seen his name in the kill feed. So I need to see Jing get the ball rolling, but I think Split is the perfect map for that. Now, we have to remember, Split was supposed to be map 5 of the Masters Toronto Grand Final. This is the one we were robbed of, people. So get hyped. We're ready to see it now. We're ready to see what these teams have in store. But yeah, for me, it's all about Jing.
And just to give some context of like how strong Fnatic are as well on Split though, they've won 7 splits in a row here, right? And now I know PRX are great at this map, probably one of the best APAC teams, and I think that's why PRX are so strong as a team. Like adding Split to your map pool is insane, but being 7-0 on a map, and you're going the distance, it's like this is the final map of the series, and it's like the revenge arc on top of it. I feel like Fnatic have all the tools, and they're in such a good spot to close this one out and get that revenge.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the prep they have, I would say, because Fnatic always like kinda, let's say, playing the same way for the starters. Like it's just about mid round because Boster is really good at it, but like you can have pretty good read on them. Like I think like Alex prepped well for it, I'm pretty sure, because like PRX does it every time and they do it well. And they might like see the gaps that Fnatic has, because the comp they play, as we talked about it previously, it's like you can make them really over-rotate a lot. And like if PRX like found these gaps and like, especially, I don't know if they start attack or defense, I didn't see it, sorry. But like, I think like if they start attack, they might like roll them, like really.
All right, so with that, about a little over a minute before we head back for that decisive map, are you sticking with your pick here? You had Fnatic earlier, feeling good about it after the bounce back?
All the way, all the way. I think Alpha is on a heater right now. Chronicle is unleashed. They want the revenge. They're gonna smack PRX on this map 3 of Split, even though I know, listen, I'm gonna give respect. I know PRX is very good at Split.
Yeah, you sound like a hater to me. I could not go more in the other direction. I feel confident about PRX heading into Split. I agree with you, Ziz. I feel like they should have what they need to be able to pick apart Fnatic in this map if they've done their homework. And Alex is a great coach. Like they will do their homework for sure.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, for me, I'm sorry, as I said again, sorry, MEA fan. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my God.
I know I'm from MEA. I've been always in the MEA, but I'm cheering for PRX. And I'm sorry, Jake. Jake, please, if you see this, don't kill me.
Well, he's got a lot to look out for. Again, Fnatic and PRX, 2 of the marquee organizations, not only in VALORANT, but across the world in esports. Only one will be able to etch their name in the history books of the first ever VALORANT champion here at the Esports World Cup. Who will it be, Fnatic or PRX? They do it one more time for the final time here at the Esports World Cup. Let's send it on over to Achilleos and Paper Thin for the final map number 3.
We knew it was going to go the distance. Split, as promised, now being delivered. Alpha giving the thumbs down to the PRX boys across the stage. As Fnatic look for some revenge. Single elimination, a brutal format. Fnatic wanting to be the ones to send this squad home and be the first team forward into the grand final.
And what a map to close on. Both of these teams typically running double duelist here. So you're going to see some similar ideas. Generally, the only difference is going to be Boaster on the Astra versus Forsaken on the Omen. Otherwise, they run very similar comps, but very different approaches to their play style, of course, as we've seen throughout these 2 maps, as we've seen throughout their interactions this year. And now, just got to wonder, you know, does Fnatic have that momentum now? They got hot on map 2. Can they carry it over? But PRX has shown resilience throughout this year. Nearly not even qualifying for Masters Toronto. Talk about that butterfly effect. Talk about that game against DFM. And then they end up coming through and winning at Masters Toronto and looking to send Fnatic home again. But a map we didn't get to see. Des talked about it. This was supposed to be map 5 in Toronto. Didn't get there. Now Fnatic's chance to maybe show that they would have closed it out had it gotten there in the first place.
Perhaps just making up for lost time as we get ready to go into this one. All to play for, elimination. staring both teams here in their face. Fnatic, though, looking electric on that last map of Ascent. Expected that it was going to be favored for them, but maybe not to the extent that it was. 13-3. They were dispatching PRX at every twist and turn. Split going to be a bit more familiar for them, however. So not expecting that level of dominance from either side. This one should be a bloodbath.
Absolutely. And coming into this with PRX starting on the defender side, you're going to be looking for them to do as much damage as possible here, because both of these teams generally like to play on that attacker side with the double duelist. So, you know, for PRX here, if they can get 5-6 rounds on this half, they're going to be feeling really comfortable going into it. But if Fnatic just comes out hot, who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be really, really close. It feels like, you know, with the power level of these two teams on this map, should be expecting a deep run here.
For the PRX faithful, have to be asking the question, was the Ascent a little bit anomalous? Is Fnatic very much warmed up and here to play? Chronicle, Alpha throughout the two maps so far have been phenomenal here for the team. Crashes, rock steady. And hell, Poster hit a collat. So you gotta be a little bit wary going into this, to know who's on the opposite side. As mentioned, though, on the attack, first presence going to be shown here over at Garage, as it seems like PRX widely clustered up, wanting to try to get a punish, potentially onto Chronicle. They know his tendencies. They know that he loves to linger alone here, go on that lurk.
This is all just kind of, oh, what a shot from Chronicle.
Instantly just finding the one. Fake out on the gate crash, and yep, Pixel spotted Patman's position, going to be known. Now widely left on an island. Jing has to stick around to try to keep him covered at the same time. Something is being wrapped around on. Ends up getting taken down. Divide does fall. Divide out from heaven, able to find it. Spike still in hand here for Crash. He's now rotating that across to B, as Kayak looks to try to slip the net, finds himself over at Alley.
I love the initial round ideas here from Fnatic. See if Divide can deal with this player.
Spots him out. Damage going to be exchanged, though. That's Divide down to 40. 5 health advantage for Kayak as the spike can now get planted. No bite, no way to interrupt this.
Spike planted.
It's Forsaken. Rotates over, joins in at this position. 2 Sheriffs versus 4 players on the side of Fnatic, and they are not skipping a beat. Ascent, that dominance carrying over. This time Fnatic finding the opening pistol, not needing to pull off the Thrifty.
Yeah, this is such a nice start to the round here for Fnatic. That great macro game, sending out that gate crash early to the other side of the map, clearing Garage, not getting any contact, and Chronicle's just so ready for that swing out. And then, like you mentioned, they catch Patman creeping into the cubby. They take care of business, make it look easy. And a hot start for Chronicle.
Yeah, 3K. Try to get that pit online as quickly as possible. Kayak noted, Pain Shell's not flushing him out. Let's get a good amount of damage across, but cannot find that kill. And now it's going to be Divide taken down, just peeking into Garage. Alpha takes his head clean off. Forsaken here, try to slow things up. As damage exchange, Forsaken good for 1. Finishes off the low HP member, but now you've got something down to 13 health. Swinging around the back, trying to find and intercept Chronicle. As now it's just Patman out into the open. Ain't gonna be good for 1 more, but that leaves something with 13 health to try to make this a little bit more costly. Widely the weapons being carried over. Fnatic holding everything that matters.
Just great stuff from Fnatic again, working both sides of the map. Able to find that pick on Divide, take the Sheriff out of the round. Sure, you lose a couple, but like you said, all's well. That ends well here, you would think. Looks like something just would rather die to the spike.
And just sit here. See if somebody exits through mail. Otherwise, just go down to the spike. Don't give over any additional charge. So while we're talking about, you know, Chronicle, those 3 charges built up. Crashy is in his own right. It's 3 charges away from having the Nightfall. So 2-0 start, clean stuff here for Fnatic thus far on the attack. PRX now looking to play anti-bonus.
Yeah, I really love that you know, I talked about at the beginning that we have two very similar comps here between these two teams, but the way they play the map is very, very different. You know, on attacker's side for PRX, it's a lot of getting set up for executes. It's a lot of, you know, mid-exploration, trying to clear some space, and then just kind of flooding into, you know, A or B, and then just kind of maintaining some crossfires, setting up for those post plants, whereas Fnatic's happy to work the hell out of the map. They're all over the place. They send out the gate crashes early. They look for the aggression from PRX. And once again, Alpha trying to contest.
TP forward, same smoke setup here from Forsaken. We've seen him scale off of this. Next team's completely off guard. There's going to be some spam exchanged on both sides. Alpha, though, safe for the moment. Widely, nothing spotted. That gains a little bit of control of ramp. But now the rotations start coming back through. That B site about to be executed upon. Devi, next nearest player here is the Boombot. Quickly does get cleared.
Stealing sight.
Very early paranoia. Fnatic more than happy to wait that out because it's still a minute remaining here.
Did clear the gate crash though. So that kind of eliminates that set execute onto B. They're gonna have to rethink their ideas, trying to challenge mid now. It's gonna be Devi up there. Pops the poison cloud. Poster bounces up.
Fight's already been expended or wasn't afforded. Either way, doesn't have a molly to try to set up, so Poster sliding forward. Is Devi gonna be flushed out? Kayak finding the shots. Two players here on the B side. Forsaken up over the top of the box, trying to find the first. Gonna be something to collect that, but now Chronicle breaks the stack. The swing coming around the back. Pop Flash gonna be sent, but something they're closer than he might anticipate. Ends up falling down. Cannot play time.
10 seconds left.
And it looks like PRX likely can't play out this round. Some spam, connecting, Poster down low.
Take hold.
Cannot find the kill, sees nade, used towards hell, the haunt going out. Lands here on the Raptors, shot still flying, Chronicle ready to peek at a moment's notice out of the garage. And ultimately they have to back away, but they cannot because Kayak is swung in off the flank. A 4K here for the Yoru, a bonus converted for Fnatic.
This is just brilliant work from Fnatic. After the gate crash is cleared, I think PRX not anticipating that they'd heavy stack through mid like they did. They double up on Devi. He gets downed easily. What a round for Kayak there. Great late flank. Now you've got PRX back onto an eco. Couple stingers, a Bucky, Sheriff, and a Ghost for something.
Not even going for the shorty. Forsaken pushes the smoke. Doesn't manage to find the kill. Seems like weapon not yet scooped up though, so do not manage to recover the rifle. Leave that on the floor as something does grab the Bucky.
Now let's see what Forsaken wants to do. He's gonna try to keep making plays, but he's very cautious, very nervous. Still plenty of time in the round for Fnatic to change directions, change ideas.
Yeah, first real attention towards this A side. As Flash goes in, Kayak nearly cut in half, but does survive, down to 33. Patman here within the smokes. Point flies at his feet. That's gonna be the dimensional drift now coming through. Spots out one, spots out three. Tons of information garnered here by the Yoru. He safely makes his way over to backside. Chronicle watching the ramp. Not too much damage gonna be taken. Now down to 16 health. Fall significantly lower, but Jing's still thinking that he's gonna be tucked into the corner. Now Kayak reinforces this position. Smoke coming through. PRX knowing that they're going to be surrounded here as they try to scale forward. Flash will fly, Forsaken blinded. The cleanup comes in. Just the one kill at the end of it all. Fnatic now 4-0.
They're just so methodical, making life absolutely miserable for PRX. Okay, you get the Bucky kill. Kayak there, great flash. He's had a great start to this map. Nice stuff from Kron, as usual. Poster there, ready for Patman's swing. The crossfires are good. Slight repositions, really nice as well. And you gotta pop an early timeout here. Again, this is not the better side of the map for PRX. They are much better on the attacker side, but it is key that they get something going here. It is key that they find some damage, that they can make Fnatic sweat. So far, they really haven't. Fnatic's been pretty well in control of this entire map.
Yeah, and just looking a bit out of sorts, Devi, you know, full focus. They're on A main, not checking anything over to the right-hand side, just caught trying to lurk down the ramp. Things like that start becoming a bit more concerning here for PRX. So Alex with the early intervention, going to look to try to stop this from being just an absolute runaway map for Fnatic, much like Ascent was. Operator now going to be online. Half armors across the board. Fnatic, though, should have a very solid read. That sniper is going to be in play.
Absolutely. It's something you should be anticipating. We're going to challenge here on Garage again.
I saw 3 players that have not died yet. Trying to fake this one out. Alfier suspicious about it, but not fully convinced. Makes the assessment that Omen had not completed the teleport.
Well, they were sick of losing this Garage control.
Paranoia not connecting. Alpha's headshot, however, does. Blast back to try to offset. Forsaken managing to find one. TP's back out. Before Kayak can collect the kill. Rushes the haunt forward, gets himself over towards Vent. Something there at ramp, staring with the operator. It's the call for Patman to rotate over. Cover the flank, ends up coming through. Spike now drifting forward. The scale out in towards Ramen. PRX getting a decent understanding as Boaster looking for the jump, but has to back away. Has that spike in hand. And that could just be round over. He doesn't get out to safety. Shots fired. Patman going to be taken down now. Looks to try to get rid of the enemy. You're on the opposite side. The wallbang shot eventually comes through, and now it's a pivot back through the sewer once more.
30 seconds left.
Silence in the V site. Crashy's first to arrive here. Devi out of alley, re-clearing into heaven, but the timing is going to be missed. Boaster will be able to drop down.
Poison's off.
They just narrowly miss each other. Plant coming through again at the time.
10 seconds.
Not really on their side.
No, Devi, nice Devi.
Eliminated. The tap.
Nice Devi.
Actually finding the headshot.
Let's go Devi.
1v2, but it's up against Chronicle.
1v2.
Champion Devi didn't see the drop down.
Oh no. Nice. Let's go finally. First point.
Will arrive.
First point by PRX.
Win, but at what cost? So much money available to the side of Fnatic. So many ultimates online. Forsaken registering. I'm not going to be able to get it. I can't get the recovery here.
Let's go, let's go. Ada yang nge-raid kah tadi? Oh nggak ada. Wih, 59 viewers watching right now. Thank you very much, guys.
A nice start here for Fnatic. I mean, again, re-establishing control, getting Boaster to send a Nova Pulse out to stop that fast hit stuff from PRX.
Appreciate your time, guys.
And they're working the map nicely.
For watching this stream.
A massive double kill. Finds a great timing there during the spike plant, anticipating the swing from Crashies after the tap. And then Forsaken with a timely smoke. At least buy a little bit extra time for
PRX.
Then able to clutch out the round. Patman struggling. Can only afford. Oh, that sees nade almost gets him.
Still gets a good amount of damage in. Forsaken down to 70 now. Fnatic already well aware that they pushed them down to a very low buy. Couple shots from something on the timing. Not going to be able to find anything. Makes an exit. It's Forsaken. Pushes forward into the smoke. Clears this out. And Alpha drifts right into it. Great little trap setup. And a much needed kill.
Just a thief. So many times on this map, he's able to find those moments in his own smokes where his opponents just can't get the read. You know he's doing it. We've seen
Toxin screen out
of the way that PRX likes to play smokes aggressively, and they still can't stop it sometimes.
Toxins going up.
I love the early round ideas from Fnatic, but they lose a player.
Tapi Chronicle punya ulti sih.
Now they're trying to make their way in towards Devi, who drops down. Forsaken going to be holding Garage. And this is going to be tough here for PRX. Fnatic has once again found their weak side. Here come the stars. Here comes the Nightfall.
Will only connect on to one. That's going to be Devi. It's not falling for the fake.
2 seconds left.
Haunt gets cleared. Re-swings in. Full
oh no.
Up there is Kayak, but arrives.
No, with toy.
That kill. A 1-for-1 between
no, with
Poster. Last one standing here for Fnatic. Time again. Finds a headshot. What a snappy one. Cannot escape again.
Nice.
The player from on high.
Nice.
Strike him down from behind. PRX get a second round win, but once
Thank you for streaming. The official stream isn't available here in Australia. No worries, man. I mean, actually, there are a lot of streamers who get permitted from Esports World Cup to co-stream this event. So that's why. No worries, man. Thank you for the subs as well, man. Appreciate your subs as well.
Getting himself on the scoreboard. His first kill of the map.
And needing to step it up. Flash into the face, Alfier forced to back away is Forsaken. Playing the smoke, this time with a judge. Immediately forces a reroute.
How's going, man, in Australia? All good.
Free fire from Jing. Getting decent connection.
24 sekarang.
Just some spam here through the wall from something.
Trying to figure out what's going on. A flash.
Flash in. A little bit of fire on the box. A hair off, though. So Kayak staying safe, staying tucked. They might think that it's clear. They have Jing dead immediately. Hellpoints joins in back around here at main. Dimensional drift available for something. Maybe try to get out of the situation. Boombot.
Oh no.
However, fires in.
Ya ampun. Ya ampun.
And Alpha has fully broken open the site.
Rapi banget Fnatic.
You have to beg the question. Do you even try to play this one
2v5.
out? Do you just back away?
Ya harus di save sih.
Should be a save.
Iya kan, di save kan.
Just can't afford to give these guns over. Economy's gonna be in shambles.
Devi swinging
nice,
back.
one down.
Gets kill on the Kayak. Second layer coming in. Crashies. Trying to swing that corner. He himself low on HP.
Masih full semua tuh HP. Tawan cuy. Armnya udah destroy.
Gets cleared. Alpha.
Smoke masuk.
Coming in off the flank, being watched at the moment here by Forsaken.
Sandwich dong kayaknya nih.
Some shots through. The double join up, the paranoia set, and Alpier now striking.
Ya ampun, 25 coy, 25.
Turkish Phenom comes up with a 3Ks. Fnatic maintain control.
Yeah, just such a good round individually for these players of Fnatic.
My God.
And, Kayak there keeps his position hidden. Something falls for the Oru clone and gets full flashed. Then takes a showstopper to the face, and that blast pack to offset his opponent, Alfier. Phenomenal. Just absolutely brilliant stuff. The coordination there, the individual moments, and now just no money here for PRX. Only able to get 3 sheriffs for 5 players. Hello?
Kayak, he's just bounding forward. Something. Says thank you very much. Finds the kill there with the classic off the back of the damage from Jing. Right step forward.
Equal lagi si PRX.
Still a lot more work needing to be done as weapons do get exchanged and juggled back. Grenade up over the top. Jing having to back away. Flash goes in. Alpha caught by that from behind.
Satchel out.
Prowler gets the scout. The rest of the K expires. Jing just hovering at 20 health. At the same time, the wraparound from behind getting ready to come through. And I don't think PRX are really going to be ready for this at all. Jing now identifying it. Does well to find the 1 kill, but site now gets broken open. Hatman with the Sheriff swooping out. A tap, but it's another 3-piece here for Alpha.
Okay. None of these guns recoverable just yet for something.
If he re-ups into heaven, we'll be able to go ahead and pick one up. Pings are coming down. Fnatic are well aware of this. Bearing in mind what they have left behind. Something able to scavenge. Clone dropping down, cleared. Alpha hit screens. Something trying to watch for a bit of a jiggle peek angle, but Alpha
4K, 4K.
out. Finds the headshot of 4K as Fnatic now get up to 6.
Yeah, just a little bit of damage done here. Fnatic decides to actually challenge this gamble stack from PRX, and they lose a lot of players, but still have the firepower and the coordination to get through it with that re-wrap in through ropes. Nice shot from something with the classic at range, but yeah, like you said, Crosshair was well above Alpha's head. He went for the swing and Job done. Now you got all the ults except for the showstopper here for PRX.
PRX.
Aggressive off the rip. Trying to take some control. He's going to, at least for now, establish himself.
Walking down.
Oh boy.
A very aggressive angle about to be taken here as the Haunt. He wants to go for the peak, but the shot ends up going wide. Does get away scot-free. So they're going to just spam him out. They put him down to 45 HP. Dimensional Drift now in play. Kayak clearing the rest of the way, and Patman dead over at the ramp.
Ooh.
Paint Shield to save him off. The shorty in hand, the showstopper into the corner, and something is dead. Fnatic continue to read this beautifully. Right out in front of the wall. The eye going to be taken down. Kayak continuing to try to maintain control, and Forsaken has been left behind.
Waduh.
Fnatic in firm control.
This is starting to get scary for PRX.
Menakutkan sekali.
You know, you've seen this from something before where he likes to play that tight angle. They try to set him up with the Haunt. He can't connect. And they're anticipating that he's just going to try to take a step back and rehold the angle. And they spam him down low. And they know exactly where that TP is going to end up. And that's where the showstopper goes. And it's just fantastic. And Kayak, absolutely miraculous stuff here. Great flash through. Knows that he's going to be close right into the shorty. And his Yoru has proved to be pivotal.
Langsung time out dong.
Gonna have to take another timeout already.
You said the importance of finding some success here on the defense. Still a chance to recover this a bit. 7 racked up here for Fnatic. Makes for a pretty massive deficit that PRX find themselves in here at the moment. Puts all the more pressure on that attacking side, but right now the concern has to be just the form of the players, the shots that we were seeing getting registered on Sunset. It has not been the same story since that Ascent. And Fnatic every correct read.
Sedih juga kalau kalah ya.
Momentum is carrying right over, and they are not letting go. I mean, Fnatic is so difficult to read on this map, but now they're able to just challenge PRX sometimes, just beat them at their own game. And, you know, no ults used there for PRX in that previous round.
Drift across, Jing to his demise. He's trying to get aggressive. Not even a lick of damage going to be suffered here as Alfier immediately dispatches Patman, stops the Sheriffs from finding value. And already he can widely start brushing aside the round here. It seems like Fnatic are very much just destined to get themselves at least up to 8. Could be looking at another 9-3 even for that matter. Alfier pounding forward, dealing with Divide, and is technically on for the ace. We'll see if he's going to be able to collect it.
PRX
and something shuts that down.
Nge-swing gini coy, aduh.
Similarly, will immediately be traded back. The follow-up shots, not as crisp. The Prowler hitting the spot.
Alah coy.
Fnatic
8-2 ya.
making this look so damn easy.
Yeah, I mean, if PRX can get this up to
Maksud
4-8,
lebih gampang untuk
I have
defender atau
some
attacker Bang
confidence
Ros?
that they can run it back, but 3-9 I think might be too much.
Attacker.
Yeah, this is an eco, but you've been on ecos so often here. And now Fnatic getting aggressive, putting those shorties to good use. Kayak, Alpha, Chronicle, double digits for all 3 of those players. Crashies and Boaster, happy to watch those players just dominate. Nobody has more than 5 kills on PRX. Pit early here for Divide. Trying to lock down mid. Alpha's gonna use the boombot, try to follow up on it. It's actually cleared by Jing. He's gonna tuck in behind the box. See if PRX reads this. I mean, so many ults available here for PRX. This is a must-win round. And you can't let them get into a plant. You can't let Chronicle get there and get that pit down himself.
Right now, Forsaken taking point there at Garage. Sees to try to grab him, backs away quickly. Alpha still lingering right here on the edge of this pit. Even if it's an immediate push forward, that shorty might not be able to confirm the
Ini
kill.
full buy terakhir soalnya kalau kalah ya 2-10 coy.
Divide, not making a noise. Just being patient as he needs to. He needs to not let this position go. But seems like maybe the read gonna be here. or PRX. Just depends. Fnatic still has some time to make another move if they want.
Prowler to ramp to try to drum up some attention towards that side of the map. Forsaken, however, with the peek, able to spot out Boaster.
30 seconds left.
No way.
Drifting forward.
Oh,
this
that
is here like a ship in the night.
Oh my God.
He's gonna be stuck within the pit though now.
Oh
so
no.
HP to speak of.
Lawan coy.
All focus
Dapatnya
forward.
Davai dong.
Mid Defy. Being outdone. The time starting to tick, the pressure mounting, the nightfall to come through, and it all comes down to something. Who's here at backside, holds his own for one, the pop flash, over the top, the spike.
Sumpah nge-whiff,
Just now being
astaga.
planted with a second to spare.
2v3.
As things go from bad to worse to miserable
Aduh.
for PRX. The flank even coming
Udah
through.
harapan di
Immediate with the
back tap
headshot.
dong.
Forsaken
Ya
trying to respond,
Allah.
but he cannot.
Ya
Fnatic
Allah.
absolutely running away with this map once again.
It just does not look comfortable for
Capeknya.
PRX. This play style that Fnatic brings, where they make you think they're going to commit to something and then it's quick rotations the other side, but the play from Alpha in the pit is the difference maker. It's something can't afford to have these kind of whiffs in that kind of moment. He's got to be the guy to step up, and he's been so good this event. But in that situation, could not convert, and that just opens the doors there. You can see the frustration. Feels like a must-win round.
Oh, it absolutely is. The 10 and 2s are so very difficult.
There.
Boaster megang OP.
Alfier.
Oh
Finds a
no.
headshot. Patman will be able to trade it back.
Di trade 1 untuk 1.
Cannot collect the weapon. It's a slight reprieve as PRX at least did not have to be concerned about a showstopper here in the round, but
Siapa yang megang shorty tadi? Wah, lihat lagi.
for a post plant. There's still plenty of ways for Fnatic to turn this into a nightmare.
Nice something.
Be able to find the headshot. So one more of those ultimates now gone. Dimensional drift will come through. Clears out A main. I'm going to be spotted there. Sights now turned down in towards sewers. It's a good amount of information grabbed here for PRX.
Nice Defy.
Players are going to be operating in around mid as well as the B site, and Defy finds Kayak.
Need that back. Last player standing.
Nice. Yes.
Well, there you go.
Let's go. The curse round, let's go. This curse score.
Building up. They give themselves a pretty clean round win. It's 9-3 at the half.
Half time. There is still a hope, guys. PRX. Ayo, PRX bisa. PRX. Let's go. I know we can do it, guys. Let's go. There is still a hope, guys. There is still a hope. Lah, nge-lag. Bentar dulu. Bentar. Autonya nggak auto kan? Yang bertahan. Aduh ya Allah. ACS-nya kayak 3-2-3, Cok. 3-2-3 sama-sama main Yoru. Oke. Kita masuk second half bentar lagi, guys.
Up against the ropes are PRX as Fnatic continuing to look dominant from Ascent now into Split. It's once again 9-3 at the half. PRX, the stress levels rising, the pressure building. As the Fnatic CEO watching here from the audience, rooting on the team, waiting to see if they can lock up that spot in the grand finals.
And it's going to be a long road ahead if PRX is going to make any kind of comeback. Fans looking for the curse, but I don't know. Fnatic, to me, just looks like they've got PRX's number this time around. Their map control is absolutely brilliant. Their macro game through the roof, 15 kills apiece for Chronicle, Kayak, and Alfier in that first half. It's exactly what you needed.
Paint Shell the main, but all the pressure coming through here at ramp. Boaster, Paint Shell right there at his feet. Jing just gets a freebie as he tries to set up a concuss, but there's no way to try to counter swing off of this one. So Fnatic just get a one and done. Start rotating back across. No real way to try to go for the peak. Sight firmly in control here for PRX. The start they needed, but it's not done yet. Fnatic have shown that they are capable of being miracle workers.
9 round sih, 10 round sih harus menang. Minimal 9 round buat ke map point.
Pushing further forward than they might have expected.
Dapat satu.
Sees over towards elbow, the haunt cleared out.
Oh no!
Looking damn good here for the side of Fnatic as Crash.
Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Well play for second. Well play.
So desperately needed.
Okay. You can breathe a momentary sigh of relief if you're a PRX fan, but they still have a ton of work to do. This one, you know, exactly. Oh, yes.
So you don't even really get to do that.
No, you never do with this team.
The last pistol that they won, they lost the next round.
That's true. That's a really good point. But I want to highlight the differences in play style. You know, Fnatic in their opening pistol round is sending out a gate crash early to the other side of the map, moving back and forth. It's just a death ball for PRX to get onto that A site and plant their feet. Majority of the forces here going to be over on the other side of the map, though. Quick rotations off that contact from Fnatic.
Let's go.
Couple players hold, actually just alpha shifting.
Ya ampun, tegang coy.
PRX there. Any contact they found, they were going to rotate off of. They're looking for that gamble stack. They might be guessing correctly, though.
They are. They rotate back. Boaster will repivot. Gets himself out onto the A rafter. It's Kayak now, starting to make the pilgrimage over. Shorty in hand, Prowler not spotting. Bounce, blast back forward, rather. Shorty shots do manage to confirm.
Gila, langsung rush phantom ya si Forsaken sama Jing.
4 players left alive. Kayak with the Sheriff. Lion's share of the work going to be here on his
nice
shoulders. And cannot find the shot to take down something. Divide
nice backstep.
Catching Alfier. It's looking like it's going to be damn near flawless here.
Well play, well play. Game on, game on. Bonus round, yuk.
Can they get a bonus conversion? Get
let's
that,
go, let's go.
Start feeling a bit more comfortable.
Absolutely. Okay. So, as we like to say about PRX, track by track.
Track by track.
Going, and they do a nice job here, reacting quickly to Boaster's hidden position, same one he took previously. Able to get one, and that's it for Fnatic.
You can hear the fans in the background. Cheers on both sides. Seems like the majority.
PRX.
At the very least, wanting to see a rally back here. Alpha trying to offset that.
He does.
Yeah, doesn't get right there, doesn't block off Heaven. It's a very nice little header to hit. Chronicle at the same time.
Turun bonus. Jangan kasih point ke Fnatic sama sekali. Jangan kalau bisa ya.
Kayak gonna hold this tight angle. Something, an outlaw. A lot of the players gonna be weak to it.
The peak was about to come through. Boaster jiggling. Stops going for it. Sucked in a much safer position now for the Yoru.
Oh my god.
It doesn't matter because Forsaken's going to be the one getting taken down. Free fire from Boaster. Gate crash still going to be sent. There at the front of the default plant corner.
5-9 coy.
Going to want to try to play off a bit of the chaos, a bit of the attention drawn in towards heaven. Has the gate crash cleared out.
30 seconds left.
Hello.
Clear.
Yeah, nice Jing.
Back into the same position. Jing this time able to find him.
Nice Jing.
Up at Jing over the top. Finding the one kill. Alpha Air looking
nice
for a
something.
More, but it's only going to be good for the one. And suddenly, player advantage.
2-4-3.
Certainly run
2v3,
the clock
2v3.
down, but still plenty to spare. It's the spike now in play.
Ini mereka nggak mungkin nge-save sih, harus nge-rush sih. Karena kalau misalnya mereka nge-save, jadi half. Utilnya nggak cukup.
The back away, the safe call being made. PRX, they're going to get themselves this bonus conversion. 3 rounds separating.
Yes,
they start to heat up here on the attack.
Unbelievable. I wasn't sure if the bounce back was going to happen, but PRX seemingly beginning to make the charge. Still one more player. So Kron outside of Ramen. Not sure if they're going to push any further forward to try to do that. Doesn't seem like it.
Mantap.
I think you're going to be able to get both of those guns carried over. And 2 big friends across the stage from each other with a lot of respect. Boaster and Forsaken.
Who is watching right now, guys, on the live chat? Please say hello, guys, on the live chat.
Yeah.
Not within it. Remember the knife kill on the first map?
Yeah. No doubt about it.
PRX.
But let's see if Boaster can start to get a read here on the PRX. They're tough to deal with. Sometimes even if you know what's coming, you can't stop it. Because these coordinations they have with their util, so good. And if Jing gets heated up, it could be a difference maker.
Absolutely. Forsaken able to find one. Chronicle, that's second out of 3 layers in mid. They do manage to find the punish. Something going to be held at bay as the Seas comes through. Chronicle quickly re-wrapping back across through the fence.
6-9.
Some free fire damage.
Fire hilang, Forsaken juga hilang.
61. He's got a kayak on a very monstrous timing right now. No one watching behind. Devi sights up towards the ramp.
No.
Now caught. They strike all the remainder here of PRX contained within the site, needing to fight their way out of this one as Boaster does get spotted in heaven. He's going to join in with Chronicle, look to try to pressure out screens. Just a single flash here in hand as the Prowler spots onto one. On back online. Flash connecting, font reveal onto Patman.
Nice.
Is cleared out.
Oh, no.
Jing with a kill.
A
little bit more. Showstopper going to be drawn out. Kayak there around the corner needs to try to pick his point.
Oh my god.
But he destroys himself in the process. Easy breezy.
Oh no.
Kayak. Close but no cigar. Some damage dealt, but ultimately Fnatic reached double digits.
1 HP coy.
And Kayak is going to be the difference maker in this round.
Showstopper sendiri
it's that
coy.
loss of Forsaken in mid that opens up the map for him. And PRX doesn't have the wherewithal to identify at how quickly he was going to be able to take that space. And it's Boaster getting a bunch of damage into Jing as he's blast packing up. And he was just close enough to the showstopper that it gets him.
Jing and the fans there in disbelief.
There.
Something with an op.
The economy's still in a stable enough position to try to go ahead and get this one going. So it's going to see if
Masih bisa full buy sih.
shut down some of this
PRX masih bisa full buy.
out of a main.
Whoa! Something nice.
It's sort of out the air, but had not
Nice.
seen but it looks like it
Rush
doesn't
A,
matter.
rush A, rush A.
Quickly trades it back. PRX right back on the horse. It's the pop of the dupe. The slide down from Boaster.
Nice.
Team Forsaken does barely manage to come away with that kill.
Nice something.
Drops, just
Nice, let's go. Flawless. Well play, well play. Well play, PRX. You've done it before. Ayo, lawan Karmin Corp lu bisa kayak gitu.
Those duelists for PRX need to get fired up. They need to get engaged, and you're starting to see it.
Let's go. Make it time out. Fnatic time out sih.
Love the change up here from Forsaken. Take a little bit of B main control. Immediately pivot into mid to cut off that rotation, that potential flank angle that Boaster might be trying to create. It's good adjustment round to round.
Any
for
other
PRX,
gun.
yeah.
Any other gun, Boaster gets that kill.
Yep.
And that could certainly be the tipping point, but very nice opping here for something to secure a flawless round. Fans starting to believe. Timeout call has been made from Fnatic, not liking how close PRX is getting now. coaches wanting to give some advice here.
You got to be considering the dimensional drift here from something. He just got it online after that round, so that's something that really needs to be talked about. How you're going to counter that. Very, very important piece of the puzzle. You know, how are you going to play these fallback positions potential? You might just have to cede some space over to PRX and play for retake. Something like that. I mean, Kayak does have his, so you can kind of do that. You could kind of play that, wait out that ultimate, and then use it yourself potentially. It is going to be an eco though, so maybe not this round. Maybe you just kind of cede this one over.
Eco
you're kind of in that rock, paper, scissors games of, or that chicken game of ultimates. Does PRX even feel like they need to use it in this round? Toxic screen there. Try to cover this advance, but no doubt about what they're doing. Can Fnatic stop it? Just a TP out there for Kayak.
Forces the exit. Mitchell over the top, so he's going to be a little bit late. Chronicle just now jumping on top of the box. They still are going to be able to collect that kill. Weapon now needing to be protected. Kayak trying to scale forward, but they're just going to abandon it and allow this to be grabbed.
Nice.
No, Divide.
Fire dapat coy.
Finds the kill. As they get even more crashies down. So
nice, Divide.
And eventually dealt with.
2v3.
Trying to see what he can get. Will be that operator in hand. And try to utilize that for Alfier.
Booster.
Seems like he wants to just try to find whatever damage he can get.
That's a showstopper.
If he can find one, the likelihood. Boaster's still a ways away. The time starting to tick down. Snappy for the headshot. Suddenly, showstopper becomes a bit more likely, but now tagged to 13. Just wants to try to take all the weapons out of their hands that he can possibly get, but will not be able to find much more. Patman, Forsaken, making their exits. Will rotate out. Can they get the safety? The answer is no for Patman. No for Forsaken. Boaster on the angle. Ensures that they carry nothing forward.
My God, let's go, let's go.
Damage dealt here as they get the op to boot. PRX still get closer.
Yeah, even though you win that round, that's not a good eco for PRX. You cede way too much over to Fnatic.
Gila, Alfier-nya ngeganggu ini sih. Ngeganggu post plan.
They have a showstopper, they have a cosmic divide. So many tools to either just stop a hit, play for retake. Every option you could ever want.
Could be a fast hit by the looks of it.
Dimensional drift-nya available.
Losing out on the off.
Vision.
Have that Vandal. Spot onto one. Those are going to be noted. Showstopper now coming out here. Drop down into the grab.
Wah.
Dapat dong. No other exit strategy. Kayak holding has the op in hand. Finds one.
Oh my God.
Bailing him out as Kayak finds
ya ampun.
Gets himself a third as well. The shutdown swift and just from Fnatic. They break the run back. PRX.
Aduh.
Once again going to be at risk.
Ya ampun, kok bisa gitu ya.
Not find Alfier off of that dimensional drift. All you know about is Boaster. PRX opts to go for it anyway. Something there into the back of sight, nowhere for him to go. No TP available.
Kacau.
A great clone to set up the op. A good flash to buy himself some more time and to set up Chronicle.
8 HP lo Kayak lo.
Reveal from the haunt, and that is quick from Kayak.
Absolutely disgusting. So op's still going to be retained. And yes, they get the showstopper out, but the dimensional drift is traded. Kayak still has one of his own in case he gets into a dicey situation. And Cosmic Divide is also there, so Fnatic can try to play back. We've seen the setups before. Make that cubby back a site, flash out, and mow them down. It's all at the ready.
It's a gamble. If you did that Nightfall without any info.
Plus smoke. Kena coy. Astaga, Kayak dapat coy.
For a little bit longer, finds the opening kill. Jing gonna be taken down. Timing shot attempt. The scale forward, Forsaken. Control over screens, but again, the Cosmic Divide still there to try to disrupt. The dimensional drift, able to play off the back of it, but now the pit is going to be invested. Blocking off screen and elbows. As Kayak goes exploring forward, finds one. The cubby there, crashes, stops Batman from getting into position.
Astaga, Allahu Akbar. Ya Allah. Di retake flawless.
You can't play it any better than that. Kayak absolutely brilliant. to get the one, get out.
Wah, gila sih.
Use his dimensional drift to set up his teammates again. The Nightfall, the Cosmic Divide to confirm.
Oh no, guys.
PRX's economy was not good coming out of this round.
Oh, that's really, really hard, bro.
Brilliant from the Yoru, and he comes alive and is shutting PRX out of Split and shutting them out of EWC. Has to be
more
Aduh, half buy, coy.
to force the overtime.
Ayo dong.
Half armors across
Gila,
the
langsung
board,
di defend.
now in mid.
Kalah nih ya.
The op still there.
Iya nih kalah nih ya.
Otherwise, both teams ultless. The pit may just very well be enough.
And then Boaster's just layering in the Astra utility right outside of B. So if PRX tries to go through there, he's going to have a ton of ability to stall and delay. Immediately, that orb tap, Jing one away. Trying to find a way to secure a showstopper. Maybe be a difference maker. Gonna need another kill. PRX.
Di hold,
Let the
coy.
time tick for a bit.
1, 2, 3 orb.
This is pretty well read.
Dibuka visionnya.
Already on his way over. They commit.
Boster posisinya bagus sih.
Something on the other side of the map though. Not seeing a damn thing. Making a ton of noise here though. Trying to sell a bit of a fake to see if he could pull a rotation, but Fnatic standing firm.
30 seconds left.
Closed.
Orbit.
That op now.
Oh.
Kayak has something.
Always has been. The slide forward to Jing just cannot align the Guardian shots. It's all starting to very much crumble.
Ya ampun.
Boaster,
It's done. Finish.
Only fighting
Oh
Alpha here.
my god.
As Boaster looks to bring this one over the line. Couldn't
GG. Nice try.
done here at EWC. Fnatic.
Gila. Nice try.
PRX 2-1 and advance
Nice try.
forward into the grand final.
How sweet it must feel for Fnatic.
Good revenge.
This win.
Good revenge buat Fnatic.
Masters Toronto in the rearview mirror now, and they are looking ahead to the rest of 2025. This is Fnatic in phenomenal form, and they will be going into the grand finals of EWC.
It's all been about the rebound here for Fnatic, missing out on that first tournament of the year, making it to Toronto, making it immediately into the grand final.
Gila, first grand final buat Fnatic di EWC tahun ini.
The Esports World Cup.
Buka peluang mereka untuk dapat prize pool di Valo dan juga di Club Championship. Karena kalau Fnatic juara di Valo, mereka punya kesempatan dapat $7 juta buat Club Championship-nya. Ya, PRX-nya kalah. Nice try. Kita closingnya sampai penghancuran ini ya, penghancuran key-nya PRX ya.
Congrats to them. Got a real chance here to give yourself a shot at the Club Championship. Unbelievable stuff from Fnatic today.
That it absolutely is. Well, let's go ahead and hear from none other than the IGL, the captain, the dancer, the K-pop phenom. It's Boaster standing by alongside Ian Chambers.
Thanks very much, guys. Of course, I'm standing by with a legend of the scene in Boaster. Huge support here from the Fnatic fans as they secure their spot in the grand final, getting revenge in the process. Boaster, congratulations. When we heard from you after that heartbreaking loss in Toronto, you were very emotional about it, admirably so. What are the emotions running through you right now?
I think it's like just a what if, but you can't think like that in competition. Like someone has to lose, and I think PRX deserved it in Toronto. I'm just happy that we managed to bounce back and win today, and the boys played sick. I also, I didn't have the greatest game again, so if we lost, it would have been a bit embarrassing again. But I think the boys pulled through. They played sick.
You've got so much silverware in the cabinet. Just a little glance over your left shoulder here. You can see another one here. It says right in the center there, nothing is granted, everything is earned. What would it mean to you personally to earn the right to lift this tomorrow?
It's every competitor's dream to lift a trophy, and it might not ever come to you. So even if it does, you just got to like be grateful. And I'm not going to focus on winning yet. I'm just going to focus on playing the game and getting through it. But if we do win, I thank everyone for the support, and I hope that we can do it.
One thing that makes the EWC so unique is the key crushing, and I've got a feeling that for maybe yourself and all of the fans watching around the world donning this jersey, this key crush might be a little bit more sweet.
I've seen it on social media. We haven't crushed anyone's key yet, so it's going to be quite fun, I think.
Let's do this. You ready?
Yeah, all right.
All right. Not only has Buster and his team secured that spot in the grand final, this is closing the chapter on PRX, and that crushing defeat in Toronto. It's time to wave goodbye to PRX.
Dan tentu saja gue yakin kalau Fnatic juara sih, key-nya PRX bakal ditaruh di trofinya Fnatic ya. But congratulations Fnatic karena sudah mengalahkan PRX dengan skor 2-1. Jadi dengan ini maka berakhir sudah untuk siaran EWC 2025 Valorant atau Valorant EWC 2025. Gua ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada teman-teman yang sudah menyaksikan pertandingan antara PRX menghadapi Fnatic. Tapi jangan khawatir karena besok Fnatic akan main di Grand Final start jam 6.15, tapi PRX akan masuk ke perebutan juara 3 yang mana akan diselenggarakan pada pukul 4 sore waktu Indonesia bagian Barat. Kayak menjadi MVP dengan 361 ACS, something loser MVP dengan 205 ACS. Gua Rosesa pamit, terima kasih buat teman-teman yang sudah menyaksikan siaran ini. Sampai jumpa di siaran berikutnya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat istirahat.